Hey folks, welcome everybody. Yay, good to have you with
Hi.
us. That's Diane Grick, Silver Creek Samplers there in the upper right. Jennifer in the left. Bottom right is, it's Beth.
Yeah, it's me.
It's
It's
Beth's
me. It's
hand.
Beth.
It's Beth's hand, yes. Um, it is. So let me get all my little things up here. There we go. So we're sponsored, the whole afternoon sponsored by Sassy Jacks Stitchery. And one of our goals this afternoon on this World Cross Stitch Day, one of the goals is to give Kim something to do. Now,
Yes.
reports are that she's sitting around watching the days go by. So we're going to give her something to do. And what she has put together, as I scramble to get to the next thing here, is up at the top. Up at the top, if you go to her website, and if you order, FT15 will give you 15% off of whatever you order. So FT15 will give you 15% off of whatever you order. And you can use that this afternoon. Kim has put that together for us. So that's pretty neat. And then also note down at the bottom, Diane Silver Creek Samplers and her website, so you can go see her work. And we did a show with her, several months ago, don't remember when. So go listen to that. And then Diane is going to give us a little preview of what she has coming up for the show at the end of the month. So we'll get to see that here this afternoon too. Now, I've got another thing here.
See.
There we go. All right, back do we go. Sorry, folks. All right, that's my one mistake for the afternoon. Okay, so we have Take Wing from Joanna Kavanaugh, Mojo Stitches, at Sassy Jacks with kits, and Jennifer's working on that. So we'll get to see that in a little bit. And that's Jennifer. That's beautiful. The way yours is coming out beautifully. And then
Thank you.
this is Bushland Quaker, also from Mojo Stitches. And again, I really like her designs. She really does a nice job. Joanna Kavanaugh.
I know. I want to do this one as like a pairing to the Take Wing.
Oh,
They
there
go
we go.
together.
Yes.
I wonder
So
if she's going
those
to do
two-
a third.
Yes. So those two with kits at Sassy Jacks Stitchery. And then Kim has her own brand, Sassafras Samplers. And here I'm going to take that down so we can see that. Sassafras Samplers is Kim's, and this is Middle Mist Red Sampler. Now, you see these things all get in the way, so we can't see. So Middle Mist Red Sampler. So Kim has that. That one I had not seen, so now I got to have it, I think.
Yeah, with the red in it. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think we have to have that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Kim.
I do like the red. Yes.
I think
love
so.
red.
And then the AC Bluebird Quaker Sampler. A nice one. That's a really nice one.
That's cool.
Yep. And then Christian Henry. Here I had a smaller picture. Another. I love the house in this one. Yep. Sassafras Samplers. And then Mary Good. This one I knew about. I like this one. Yep. And then a Bristol sampler from Claudia Dutcher, Dutch Treat Designs, called Bristol Green. And when I saw this one, I thought of my band sampler thing. I'm going to have this chart because there's a couple in here I need to steal. Yep. So.
Okay, Gary, just a second. Mary Ann says we've got static going on.
I know, and I don't know where
Yeah,
that's
I
coming
hear
from.
some static too. My husband is not here using the Wi-Fi.
No, it's not him.
I sent him to work.
Could it be my fan?
I doubt it. I don't know why we're having static.
Is it something on my end?
Now it just got better.
Yeah,
It did.
it's still there.
It's just my magic. It's my magical voice.
It is. Great job.
You just keep talking then. So all. Yeah, yeah. See, it went away. So okay. I hope it went away. I don't know. I hope so. So all of those at Sassy Jacks Stitchery, of course, everything else. Now Kim carries the fox and rabbit linens. Fox and rabbit linens. You want to check those out. That's from Australia. The
Brendan and Kirk.
Brendan and Karen Kirk from Australia.
And Kirk. Brendan, Carrot. Yeah.
Yeah, and then also Kim, picture this plus linen plus everything else. So hit Kim up. FT15 gets you 15% off of your order, except for sale items. Obviously, no dice on the sale items, but 15% off will get you that. And so check that out at the Sassy Jacks Stitchery. Now, I'll see if I can do this without muting us. There we are. We're back again. Yay. I am such a genius. Yep. And now.
All right, I'm going to tilt down.
Okay. So there's the take wing that Jennifer's working on right there. See how beautiful that is?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ta-da! So I'm working on this top motif right here. I did all this stitching on the embroidery day, and now we'll see how I do today.
All right. That's beautiful. See those colors? The picture just doesn't get it. Look at that.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, the colors are great.
yeah. Yep. Excellent. I do not know why the static has returned, because we need to have Diane talk.
Diane talk.
Yeah, I think that's what we have to have happen. Okay, so of course, the half hour will fly by, so I'm going to put you.
There we go.
I'm going to put you on the screen here, Diane, so you can show us. Now, these are all things you're going to introduce at the show at the end of the month.
Yes. I've been a stitching fool since March, which is an improvement over just being a fool in itself.
Yes.
So in Expo, Needlework Expo in March, there were several designers that participated in kind of like a little theme pattern, which was called the Moo the Merrier. And they were all cow designs. This time around, they decided they were going to have the Meow the Merrier. So, and any designer, there really wasn't, the guidelines were rather broad. And so basically they're cat designs. And so the first one I'm going to show you, these two cat designs are small and they can stitch up really fast. But the first one I'm going to show you is called Hissed Off. And,
Oh my goodness.
It's complete with I looked up what the term was for all these little like cuss symbols.
Oh,
and
yes.
there's actually a word. They're called grawlixes. So that is Hissed Off.
Oh, that is excellent. Well played.
Very cool.
Just super fun. It was just one of those quirky things that I came up with. And I thought, even if somebody isn't a cat person, how many times have we all been hissed off?
Right.
Yeah.
And there again, it's just a much more polite way of saying the alternative. So after I had sketched out hissed off, my fiance Clinton and we were discussing different cat puns, and he came up with, he said, well, pardon me. And I thought, oh, that could be funny too. So the next one is called Beg Your Pardon.
Cute.
And I said, when I initially designed this, I put the little mouse down here just because I thought it was cute. But I thought, I could almost picture a cat's claw. Just you see they see the mouse and the cheese, and the cat's like, I beg your pardon, and then
Yep.
so
Get ready to whack 'em.
that's kind of a companion piece to the hissed off.
That is so excellent. Yeah.
Both of the cat designs use pretty much the same colors. The green, the green and the gray, the red. It's the same. The only difference with this one and hissed off is there's a little bit of yellow, yellowish gold in this one. But they use the same floss colors, and they're pretty close to about the same size too.
And you have such a way with the letters. I just love the way you do letters. Yeah.
I have so much fun with the letters. I mean, the letters, I know when we talked last fall, it was, it's just, to me, the letters are as important as whatever image I might put with the letters. And it just kind of all acts as a graphic.
Yeah.
So the next one I'm going to show you is a patriotic design. And it was one of these designs that it just started out as a very small one, and then it grew from there. So this is called Founding Promises.
Mm.
And it's actually based on a part of a quote from Ronald Reagan, where he mentioned the flag representing freedom, equality, justice, and hope. And I really liked that. So that one's called Founding Promises. Again, it's actually a very quick stitch, but it's fun, I think, because there's lots of little elements in there that there's a lot that's packed into one little design.
Yeah. Oh, the flag is terrific.
Yeah, and the colors, I mean, it'd be just so nice to have, everybody has their little patriotic displays. And so.
Right. Exactly. Okay. The next one, I promised you I was a stitching fool. This is called Follow Your Heart, but take your stitching with you.
Okay.
Oh, cute.
Okay.
Again, just a very quick stitch. And I designed this for a retreat exclusive, and with the intention of releasing it after the retreat. So it's just a fun, quick little stitch. And it kind of reminds me of when my now fiance, when he and I first met, of course, love is in the air, and that's really all that matters. You want to talk all the time, and I didn't spend a whole lot of time stitching those first few months that we were together. So as I designed this, it kind of reminded me of, you follow your heart, but take your stitching with you. Don't forget your stitching.
Yeah, get to be old married people, then you don't,
Right.
then you just, like, yeah, whatever.
Well, I mean, Clinton and we've been together 3 years now. And since he has taken up counted cross stitch, there's evenings when it kind of reminds me of Edith and Archie Bunker. We each sit in our own little separate chairs, and he stitches on his project and I stitch on my project. So, in that way, we sort of are already an old married couple. Now, the next one I kind of chuckle at because it's a coffee themed design. And I will be completely honest, I don't like coffee.
Oh, no.
I
Say it's
know.
not true.
I'm afraid it is, and I'm sure this will end our friendships for many people who are friends with me. I love the smell, I really do, but I just have never acquired a taste for it. Now, Clinton, he loves his coffee, so I just basically say to him, well, I am choosing to not drink it so that there's more for you. That's how much I love you.
Oh, that's touching.
But this, I thought so. This is called Back to the Grind.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get it
Oh.
centered in there. Just another fun, quick. Well, I don't want to say quick because it's a little bit larger design, but it just kind of, even though people may not be coffee drinkers, you know, I can picture somebody stitching this to remind them, like on a Monday morning, okay, back to the grind.
That's nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then I can see it because people have little coffee areas now. To
Yes.
have that hanging over little coffee area, you know, that would
Right.
be fabulous.
Exactly. Now, actually, when I designed Back to the Grind, I immediately started stitching it, and it wasn't too. Clinton was working on something else, and whatever he was working on, he finished, and he said, "I really would like to start Back to the Grind, even though you haven't released it yet." And I said, "Well, you know, I happen to know the designer, so I think I can probably find a chart for you." So we had this little informal contest about who could stitch it first, and well, I won, but it's not polite to brag. So
Yeah.
now the next one, it is my sixth reveal here. It's a sampler. Being in this relationship that I have been in for 3 years now, there are so many I'll call them couple samplers. They don't have to be wedding sampler or an anniversary sampler, but I've gotten so many ideas from being in this amazing relationship. And I know that wedding samplers, a lot of times they tend to be very traditional in nature. And, you know, by traditional, I mean, you know, there's usually, they have a very feminine look to them, possibly with doves, bells, ribbons, that sort of thing. And I wanted to do something a little different. So this is called Built on Love. And it says, and so together they built a life they loved. And that is actually going to be our wedding date next August. And people can, I am providing an alphabet so that they can personalize it however they want to. I did use an overdyed. I've used Weeks Dye Works. I think it was Mocha for the word together. So that will be another release at Needlework Expo on the 28th, 29th, and 30th of August.
Okay. See, now put that one back up, please.
Sure.
See, I think these wedding samplers, as a rule, I struggle with them. They're just too hokey for me. But that one works. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's
you know,
really
and
pretty.
I thought, you know, there are plenty of couples out there who maybe for one reason or another they've been together a long time, but they never got married. And so something like this could even be this is the date we met, or
Yeah.
this could even be a really nice like housewarming gift.
Mm-hmm.
Put the date on that a couple bought their first home together, or something like that. And they're just two little bluebirds with the little birdhouse. Initially I wanted to put a bird's nest in place of the house, but it just looked like a clump of mud when I did it. It just didn't look like a nest. And I thought, we're going to go with a birdhouse.
And I was just looking at that and I'm thinking, you know, you had someone that's celebrating, like my parents, when they celebrated their silver anniversary, people stitch things for them. And I could see even changing up the color so you could use it to celebrate one of those bigger anniversaries.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I mean, obviously, it wouldn't even need to be personalized, but that was, part of my reasoning for leaving the space there in order to add initials and a special date, whatever they might be.
Mm-hmm.
And the little house works with the whole moving into a new house thing too.
Right. Well, that was my thought
So
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Well, that's a heck of a nice series there.
Well, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. I have some other, like I said, some other special, call them special occasion samplers that I'm working on. And I have so many ideas. I said, I think I should just have a line that's called, I'll call it Modern Matrimony.
Oh, okay. Now this show at the end of the month works like Nashville, where people could go to their favorite shop, for instance, our sponsor, and pre-order.
Yes.
Is that is that same kind of thing?
Yes, it is very much the same kind of thing. I will be posting. I did post Back to the Grind today on Instagram and Facebook. Instead of just a sneak peek, the actual reveal of it. And if stitchers see anything from their favorite designers that they just absolutely have to have, all they have to do is contact their local shop owner and say, hey, I would like it if you could get me, Back to the Grind or Hissed Off, and then the shop can know how many copies they want to order, just like they do in Nashville, pretty much.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, well, Hissed Off and the Together Life thing, yeah. Because Hissed Off, that is so well played. I love it.
Well, if it's all right, I just want to pop it back up on the screen real quick.
Sure.
I knew I wanted to have a very angry looking cat.
You got
and
one.
I know from experience, I was a cat owner for 17 years before I had to have her put down. She was ailing in health, and she, there were times when she was just such a sweetie and really cuddly, and then there were other times that this is like how she would look at me sometimes, I swear. I could see the little cuss words coming out of her mouth, like if she just like, I just, don't pet me, don't touch me, don't look at me, just feed me and leave me alone.
That's girl cats for you.
Yeah, but I wanted the eyes to look just incredibly angry. And after I designed it, Clinton wanted to see what I was working on, and I showed it to him, and he said, that is one angry cat. And I said, good, because that's what I'm trying to go for. And these are, for the most part, they all use DMC flosses. I don't have access to a local shop anymore, which makes it very difficult, when you're designing, if you don't have the actual flosses. So I have been using mostly DMCs lately, with the exception of the Built on Love, the Together sampler. If it's a bigger area, I do like to use some overdyes because it really shows them off. But if it's a smaller design, I don't feel it. Personally, I don't think it really lends itself that much to having an overdyed. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm hoping that there's a lot of cat lovers out there who just have to have that these cat designs, and that they enjoy my rather quirky, warped sense of humor.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have any trouble finding cat lovers. No.
Well, I don't think so either. I think there's really a lot of them. Like I said, even if you're not a cat lover, I just think the Hissed Off would just be like, I could see somebody stitching that and having it in their office or something at work.
Yep. Exactly. So,
yeah.
That's good. So now, are you? I'm going to put us all back on so people can see people stitching and me talking to you. Do you design as you go? I mean, are you getting ready for Nashville, or do you have Christmas things coming up?
I basically seems like I have a pattern I've noticed that like the Patriotic one, the Founding Promises, I was designing that and stitching it in July. You know, it seems like that's when I get inspired. So
Yeah.
probably like closer to Christmas, I'm going to be thinking of Christmas designs.
Okay.
And which I know is not ideal because, you know, obviously you want seasonal designs to come out, you know, a couple months ahead of the actual holiday. But I also feel like stitchers stitch whatever they want when they want.
Yep.
So, you know, if I have a patriotic design coming out in the end of August, people are hopefully still going to want to stitch it. I don't think they'll look at it and go, well, it's not Memorial Day or the 4th of July, so why is this being released now? Well, because patriotism is always in style.
Yeah. Yeah. Adjust.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you know, I have a design idea book where I keep sketches and thoughts and that sort of thing. And I just kind of design, as I like to say, as the spirit moves me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't like to put myself in a box per se. I like to just design whatever my soul is moved by.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Well, those are some nice ones. So people have that to look
Yeah.
forward to. That's great. Pre-order.
Yes.
Pre-order, folks. Call your shop.
Absolutely.
Pre-order. Yep.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Diane, again, a treat to talk to you. Thanks for sharing all that. Thanks for joining us and leading off the big celebration here today. We sure appreciate it.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It was fun. And, you know, I thought this will be a great way, not that I can't post things on social media, but it's just be a fun way to
Right.
do the big reveals, something a little different than what I've done in the past.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the invite.
Now, the big wedding is next August then, right?
Next August is the big day. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So you'll be bored until that day. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm trying
Nothing
to
happening.
train my brain that, okay, now, Diane, your brain needs to focus on work and stitching and filling orders, not finding a wedding dress and what is my hair going to look like? You know, important things like that.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Just show up in jeans and a t-shirt. You'll be all right.
I would like that. Well, you know, I am staying true to myself because I will be wearing sparkers on my feet instead of dress shoes because that's just the way my personality is. And you know, when you make a decision like this as an adult, you can do what you want.
Yep.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. Excellent. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for getting this thing off on a terrific foot, and hope you sell a ton of those charts.
Oh, me
Yes.
too. Me too. I've got a wedding to pay for.
That's right. Yeah. Here it is. This is it right here. Help Diane pay for her wedding. Buy
That's
her
right.
charts.
Help Diane pay for wedding and honeymoon.
That's right. Yep. All right, Diane. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Okay. Take care,
Okay.
Gary. Thanks a
Bye.
lot.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
All right. Let's see. There.
I'm trying to
Oops.
figure out my colors here. Did we lose Jennifer?
Oh, she showed up again. We lost her, then she
Oh,
showed
good.
up. So
I'm back.
yes, it was
Yeah,
black.
I had a.
It's black, and then now you're.
I wouldn't
all
put on
alive.
different shorts. My shorts were too short.
Okay, too much information.
And okay, we did have a question for Jennifer if we have a second.
Yep.
Someone wanted to know what stand you're
Yeah.
using, Jennifer.
Oh, it's one of those Edmunds. Oh, the stand that's the fancier one that has the things that go in and out. Oh, there's a litter box. Don't look. We cleaned it. But and then I made my own crossbar and my own little bars here. This stuff I made myself. The stand I bought.
Yes.
So there it is. Ta-da!
And then your thing just rests on those arms.
Yeah, this,
Yeah.
or then my needle point goes on here, or my larger scroll rod cross stitch.
Great.
There it is.
Yeah, Jennifer's dangerous. She makes a lot of stuff herself.
That's right. So you
do.
can't, you can't just go buy. You have to. It's a Jennifer made. Is what
No.
it
Yeah,
is.
you can't go buy a
Yeah.
Jennifer.
No, it's a half and half. It's a, yeah, I bought it, but then I modified it.
Yeah.
I'm a big
Of course,
modifier.
because you're Jennifer. Because you're Jennifer.
Yeah, well, I got it from my dad. It's my dad's fault.
Yeah.
So I grew up that way.
Okay, now we had an Angel and we lost an Angel. Where is she?
Uh-oh.
Angel, call in again.
Hey.
We lost you.
We lost you, and we need you.
We do.
Yeah, and I'm looking through my box of threads to see which color I'm supposed to be doing next. And
Wow,
picked
that
the
was
wrong one, so
already
I got
half an
started.
hour? That went quick.
Yeah, that was a half an hour right there. Yep.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And
Angel,
Diane's are
call
adorable.
us. Angel, call us. You.
Yeah.
Angel. Hello. Come in. Okay, so while Angel's trying again, I hope. Up at the top here now, it's got my face, and I was trying to get me off the screen
You
because
look
this is
lovely. You look
Yeah.
so lovely.
that's just great. Yes.
And yeah.
Just a minute now.
Yeah. So yeah, and I know Kim's bored.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Put her to work, folks.
That's
Put her to work. Here comes Angel now.
yep.
Jennified.
Yay.
Yes,
Angel,
my
we
stand
got
has
ya.
been Jennified.
There we go. There's Angel, upper left corner. Yay.
Hello.
Hi,
Welcome.
Angel.
Angel
Long
Guillory.
time no see, everybody.
Yeah, it has been. It has been. Elegant thread. Okay, before we get started with Angel now, up at the top there, Sassy Jacks Stitchery, 15% off of your orders today. Somebody said they ordered and got free shipping, so that means they went kind of crazy. So,
Oh no, they didn't. They did a fabulous job. I'm sure just just a few things. I understand. I
Yep.
totally understand.
So 15% off with the code FT15, Fiber Talk 15, FT15 gets you 15% off of your order. So like we said at the top of the show, we're trying to make Kim's bored. So let's put her to work, give her something to do, and get her out of her husband's hair, basically. I think that's what we're after. Yes. So do that, and then here in a half hour, I'll show you some of the things Kim has. One of them is on Jennifer's stand there. That is Take Wing, Joanna Kabanoff, Mojo Stitches. Man, let's see. I still have yours, Beth, and I have mine here.
Thanks.
I'm trying to help you, Beth.
Yeah, you're trying to keep me from starting something new.
Yeah, by not
which I have
sending.
this great.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome.
that's what friends are for, right?
That's right. I'm here for you. So FT15 gets you 15% off. Angel, what are you stitching on there?
Well, during the pandemic, I didn't do a whole lot of. People either did a whole lot of stitching or did like no stitching.
I'm
So
putting
I
you
did a whole
on
lot of
full.
designing and no stitching. So
I'm
I
putting you
have
on
all
full
these
screen.
designs, and let me take it out of the thing. I have all these designs, and I stitched all my own models, and I'm terribly behind. So this was something that was going to be a new release for this time, but it's not now. It's going to be waiting because I'm not done with it. But here it is.
Oh, but we like this.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's going to at the bottom. I have a picture of what it's going to look like. This is what it's going to look like. It'll have a poem that I wrote at the bottom, and it's just a traditional sampler.
But
Yep.
Original.
I love the border.
I call it the Red House sampler.
Mhm.
Here's my itty bitty red house here, and I did a floss tube on red houses. Like talk about red houses. Why do we love them, and why are they on samplers and things like that? So very fall colors, but this people might have to wait since, as you can see, Angel is slow.
It's going to be a
Angel
minute.
is Yeah, it's going to be a minute. I mean, I still have five releases coming out at this market, but this is the sampler. I'd like to do one large piece each time, and then some smalls, but this large piece is unfortunately not going to make it. So maybe Nashville. You
There we
guys
go.
will see it in Nashville.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll be
there's
another
Something
show.
to look forward to.
Yeah.
Neat. So you
Yeah.
have five pieces coming up at the end of the month then, huh?
That's right. At the online market, the expo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had the lobster ornament, the lobster dinner last year. That was really popular. That was just a small, I have a pillow that's a lobster pillow. And then I have, for my friends down in Louisiana and New Orleans, I did a crawfish version called Mud Bug. And it's going to be a kit, and it has Mardi Gras beads and everything that go around the outside of it to dress it up. And then I have an Algerian eye teaching piece. That's a little bouquet. It's a first part of a series of 2, Algerian eye bouquet. And I have a little tooth fairy pillow that will be a kit. That's a fun small. A few other things. I'm traveling, so I don't have them with me, unfortunately, so you'll have to wait.
Oh, well, good. Sounds like fun. So these days, is it designing charts or making project bags and other things that's occupying the most time?
Well, if I was doing things,
Oh, okay.
if I was actually stitching, designing is fun. So I just do that kind of in the evenings to calm down. So I do a lot of designing, and I have everything with me for stitching, for making the bags. And I usually sell those at retreats and things like that. So Christmas in Williamsburg, I went to StitchCon this year, things like that. I take the bags, take the sets to those.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because Angel made a bag.
So I do both.
Angel made a bag for me that I am really proud of. I have to show. Oh, there you go. Yeah, because you do the accessories to go with it, right? Yeah.
Yes, everything goes with it. The scissors,
They're beautiful.
the fob, everything. So I think you got everything with yours, didn't you, Gary?
I did. She used
The man said, so I asked Gary, so why don't you have a project bag? Where's your set? It's like, well, they don't make them for men.
Right.
Well,
That's right.
we do now.
You fixed me. Let's see. Yeah, because she made this. You made it out of men's suit cloth.
Yes, men's
like
suiting
that.
material. So that's supposed to be your pinstripe with
nice.
your white cotton shirt underneath. So that was the whole idea of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, it's stuffed full of a project. I don't even know what project's in here, but it's Debbie Rowley. It's Royal Garden. Yeah.
Oh.
Packed full. All the Royal Garden stuff is right here. But yeah, see, look at the inside. It's all finished off. It's beautiful. Yeah, really nice. Yep.
I
Royal
figured
Garden
you had to
sits
have
out.
one.
Well,
No
and I appreciate
flowers.
it. And I appreciate it. It's very nice. Yeah. No. So yeah, if people are interested, she does a beautiful job. I like mine. Yeah, men's suit material. Never thought of that, but it worked out. Yep. Beautiful. Yay.
I like to use vintage, like repurposed fabrics, vintage fabrics. For the accessories, I use old jewelry. I upcycle jewelry, shoe buckles, and necklaces, and just anything I can find that kind of calls to me.
Yeah.
They're all one of a kind, unique pieces, but they're fun.
Yep. No, very nice. Okay, so traveling. So Marriott, Holiday Inn.
Right now, I'm at a friend's house.
Oh, okay.
I'm couch surfing. You remember that, couch surfing?
Yes. Yeah.
I live in several locations and I still couch surf. I don't know how that happens. I'm a nomad, I think.
Yeah. I was getting that sense. Yeah.
No moss grows on this stone.
Yeah, because last we talked, I think you were getting ready to move, or you don't stay in one place long. No.
No, but I do love Maine. I got a place up in Maine, and that's my happy place. So.
Oh, really? Oh, see, I would live in Maine. Where in Maine?
Camden, right in the middle.
Oh.
Mid-coast.
Oh, wow.
See, I would live in New England in a heartbeat. Yeah.
It's beautiful there. It really feeds your soul to be up there. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. No,
I did last year I designed, it was their bicentennial for Maine last year, 200 years. And I designed a bicentennial sampler for Maine. Of course, it was a pandemic and everything. Now it's the bicentennial plus one, I guess, that they'll finally find. Maybe it'll be +2. You never know.
Yeah.
And didn't get around to stitching that either. So by the time I finish stitching the bicentennial sampler, maybe it'll be 250 years. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm here to tell you, if you make it that long, I'll be impressed.
I need to get a model sampler, model stitcher.
Yeah, I was going to suggest that you might put the call out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
good.
And that's the thing. Hey, and Kim said she's got one of your bags. She's going to do a giveaway online for very soon. I was
Ooh,
like, oh,
very
I gotta.
nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, check her out because she really does beautiful work. Very nice stuff. Yep. Yeah, get her. Yeah, let's do that. Get you behind making bags. There we go. We sell so many. We sell so many. You have to go home and make bags. Yeah.
Yeah. I go in like spurts. You know, I do that for a few weeks, and then I stitch for a few. You know how you do that? You get that kind of the mojo going, and you do something for a while. It's like people who change projects a lot. I just change medium, right? I just stitch a lot of bags, or then I design, then I stitch. I just kind of throw it all in there. So I have a whole bunch of bags lined up that I haven't finished, all the accessories and things going with it. And those will be coming out probably at Christmas in Williamsburg. Well, there's a Stitching Texas occurs in November, so I'll release some bags there. And I designed a piece, their retreat piece for them, and I'll take some new bag sets there. And then, of course, I'll put them online as I go. Usually I make things in 2 or 3 sets at a time, and I usually one for a retreat or an event, one goes online, and then I keep one because they're like children.
Yeah. Now when we did that show, you were in a really small place and trading off. You had to move stuff out of the way so you could do something else. And now in the new place, do you have? Assume you have like a studio and room to work.
Yeah, in Texas, I bought a house, and what would be I guess for the people who lived there before, traditional kind of house with the front, like sitting room and dining room, the formal area, that is now just a workshop. So one side is the cross stitch design, and one side is bags.
Oh, that's
sewing
nice.
bags. Yeah, so it's very nice to have the whole workshop area.
Yeah, because I remember.
All right.
Lots of space. I don't have to put the sewing away to eat dinner.
Right.
It's
Well, that was just it
So-
when we did the show. Is exactly. She's not exaggerating. That's exactly what she was having to do. And
my place was just under 500 square feet, around 500 square feet. Yeah, and everything's like a transformer, right? My kitchen island doubled as my cutting board, and my table was folded down but came up as my sewing table, and just
you make it work. You make it work.
You can't come over today because I'm going to be stitching. I have all my stuff out.
Yeah. But it's great to have that space now. I assume you can just spread out and don't have to put everything away. And
But now I travel so much. I travel with my sewing machine now. So
oh,
I see fabrics. I'm like, oh, that's great vintage French fabric. I need to get it. And then I have to run back and sew some bags. So that's how it goes. Can't wait till we can travel internationally again, and I can take a trip overseas and get some vintage fabrics from Europe. That would be, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
All right. So where do you find your vintage findings and stuff? Do you go to like estate sales and that sort of thing?
Mm-hmm. I come across them everywhere. My mom did go to an estate sale and found a whole bunch of these older patterns of toile that were like old Laura Ashley toiles and some things, and she bought bolts of them. So I haven't even started making anything with those yet, but she just shows up, Mom, my manager of marketing, aka Mom, shows up with all kinds of great things. So she starts digging through her old, cleaning out a bin or something, and she had this, I have it here. She had this beautiful linen tea towel, and it was Irish linen. And so I made a bag, and I sold the whole bag, and the entire thing was completely upside down. Maybe on purpose, because now it's mine, right? So here it was the most gorgeous linen. It's kind of this rough, beautiful Irish linen. But here it is, my upside down Irish linen bag.
Well, and that's
good sailing ships. These are great. And I've started to do all my bags are now, picture this one the other direction, but they're all directional now. So, I do complete piecing. So, and the top, it's pieced. So it's a different piece that makes the
Oh, okay.
I kind of deconstruct fabric and put it all back together. It's kind of half quilt, half bag. I don't know. They get better each time.
What were you going to say,
I
Beth?
like that idea. I like that idea where you're repurposing things. I've friends have given me some, like their old linen calendar
Oh, I love those.
towels. They're
Yeah.
beautiful, and I'm like, I can't throw these away.
No,
So
make
what
a
am I
bag.
gonna-
I did two sets with when from Williamsburg. I had the old calendar tea towels, and I made a couple of sets with those. I mean,
That's a
anything.
great idea.
Lace tablecloths. Sometimes I layer fabrics. Like if it's a open weave type fabric, maybe I'll layer something else underneath it. I like to play with it.
Yeah, and it's better than it going into a landfill. That's what makes me so sad is all this fiber, all the stuff that we really could use for something. It's still good. It's not deteriorating. We might as well, and it's beautiful, and we might as well use it to make something with that we can
And
enjoy
bits and
again.
scraps. You can use just a bit of something and make it the flap for something, or
Right.
out of the box. Yeah. So if I ever come to your house, I'll be eyeballing all your pillows and in your kitchen, looking at your tea towels.
What does Beth have that I can take? Why is she using that as a towel? I mean, when she can make a bag out of it.
It's too pretty. You can have a bag out of this.
Why are you using it for? Of all the silly things.
Now that's
And
beautiful.
sometimes even the pattern itself will lend you in a direction of a bag. A lot of samplers do that. It kind of makes me think of, oh, this would be great with that. It sometimes matches the project that I'm doing.
Right. Yeah.
That's really matchy there.
One of the beautiful things about Angel is if you have a spare couch, you just invite her. She'll be happy to come
That's
over.
right. I couch surf. At my age, I still couch surf. Who knew? Yeah.
Why not? Now, when you do this traveling, are you flying or are you just driving? Are you one of those, I'd rather drive everywhere?
I'm driving because I have a doodle named Stony, and he is my life partner, my dog, and he comes with me, so I drive everywhere. He is now snoozing on my friend's couch. He's making sure that the couch doesn't go anywhere.
Great.
He's 16
Good
years old
job.
now. He's a great guy. Great dude. Yep. I also, I don't have a partnership. I have gotten to know the people at Saju well over the past year or two. And I often buy lots of great fabrics and they send me things. And these is one of the tea towels that they had sent from Paris, French linen. And this, what would be, I guess, the closure is an old buckle. And I took it apart, and that's the top part of the buckle. And then on the, this is the bottom part of what was the buckle, which is now on the notions bag. And then I had this cute little pin that was a vintage kind of wizard guy. And this is, once I made this one, I said, this is mine. I can't get rid of some of them because I love them.
Now, is the whole lining the Notions bag cloth?
Yes, the lining and the Notions bag. Well, this is a couple of different polka dots.
Oh, okay.
But they do match. And then it's lined. But I also made a needle book. I make these needle book ort holders. So inside it, you keep needles. They're a little bit bigger than a traditional needle book, but see that I put the felt inside so that it holds all of your orts don't fall away, your threads, but then you also have place to put your needles. So see on one side would be your needles.
Yep.
And then so I often make those, and I'll do these. I call these little scrappies because literally I make them with scraps. Almost nothing goes to waste. So scraps of ribbons or edging, or often when I cut off the edges of tea towels and stuff, the binding that's left on the end, I'll trim it down and then I'll use that as a closure for a little scrappy. And this was the, what? So this one, I just fell in love with this set. I don't know. I think I like blue and white quite a bit, but.
Yeah, I'm disappointed
nice
you've claimed
classic.
that because I would buy that. I would have that one.
Too bad.
So sad.
We bought one of these sets one time, and I had quite a few with me, and and my stuff was in one of my bags, and I had the other ones that were for sale. And she said, "I don't want those. I want that one." And I said, "But that's mine. My stuff is in it." She said, "But I want that one." And I took my stuff out, and that's what I gave her. So literally,
No.
in my bag. I had to take my stuff out of it to sell it to her. I just so I'm never gonna have this with me the next time I see you, because I know that you'll
Yep.
try and get it.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Note
I
to
will.
self, when Gary's around, don't carry that one. Yeah.
See, the blue gets me every time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's really nice. Really nice.
Well, next, I think I might have a few more. Next time I get a Saju order in, Gary, I'll make you something.
Okay. All right. I'll take you up on it. Because you can get me with blue every time. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Hey, check it
What
out.
is everybody stitching on?
I'm actually stitching. I want to just note for the record here, I've actually put in 6 stitches.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, that's pretty
Make sure
exciting.
they're in the right place.
Nice.
Thanks, Angel.
It happens to me.
I don't know.
That's
I
why
might be
know.
ripping here in a minute. I'm not sure if I like this color. It's what came, but I'm not sure if I like this bright pink here. I might put these few stitches in and then leave it and then move somewhere else. So I must have made a mistake in there.
We can't imagine you made a mistake. No way.
Yeah,
I can't,
laugh it up.
Yeah, I can't. No. No.
I dropped a piece of thread somewhere that's exactly the color of my carpet, and I can't find it, and it's driving me crazy. And I've even checked to see if I swept it with my ponytail. So I'm checking my hair, like, is it stuck in my hair? And it's the same color as my hair too. So it's like,
See, I've concluded,
and I know it's here. It's driving me nuts.
We need 2 cameras in your house. One on your stitching and one just to watch you.
I think so. That would
Yeah.
be humorous. Yeah.
I am
the
kind
changing
of a
of the
hot mess.
shorts
Yeah.
was one thing. I don't think we want to see that. But
No.
Hey, I did that upstairs. I ran upstairs.
these other things, I think
They
we
were
want to
too
see.
short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm entertaining. I can be quite entertaining. My husband thinks so.
Are those queen
So.
stitches going in there?
Who? Gary?
No,
Not
is
on
someone doing
mine.
queen stitches?
No queen stitches today. I couldn't do queen stitches while we talked online.
I was very impressed with queen stitches going in.
No, just normal little cross stitches today.
They're beautiful.
Oh,
I may actually get this color in. I have one more stitch, so I think I can say with confidence that I may actually get this color in without an error on a show.
hey, and when is it supposed to be done? When's Sarah's birthday?
Sarah's birthday is October 28th, but I realized that we're going to Phoenix for 3 or 4 weeks between now and that birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I have bitten off more than I can chew here. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I have, because I had to give time for the framer to frame this.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I think I'm going to fall into angel territory where
That's right.
stitching is behind the deal.
Hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Bummer. Yep.
So sad.
So we got Angel. We got how many? 5 pieces coming up at the end of the month, and then we have another set for Nashville. Will we see things before then?
You mean like on Instagram or
New
releases in
designs?
between?
Yeah.
I might, if I can get to stitching. You might see some smalls released in
Okay.
between.
Because you
But
can
this
you can get those
sampler
stitched in
will-
time.
Yes, I can do the smalls. I have a few things kind of started, but for each, like the expo and for Nashville, my goal is to release a sampler and then a small piece. So
Yeah.
kind of runs the gamut. Some people, I'm a sampler stitcher, but some people aren't. And with this piece, what I plan on doing is have the sampler, and then I'm also going to do maybe a little drum that goes with it, or a few small pieces that kind of are sister pieces to the actual sampler, so that there's something for everybody in the booklet.
Where do you get your sampler ideas? You out of your head, or do you get inspiration from other places?
Everywhere. So I read about samplers a lot. I have a lot of books about samplers, and I'll see something and it kind of triggers something like, oh, I really, I like that border is really beautiful and it has small little red berries in it, or I like the centerpiece of this with a poem in the middle, and I kind of like the flow of this. For example, the main bicentennial sampler is kind of a pictorial sampler. So I prefer motif samplers if I'm going to pick something over anything. I love Quaker samplers and I love motif samplers because that sense of accomplishment.
Yeah. Okay.
Clearly, since it takes me a long time.
Yeah.
This one not being a motif sampler, a very traditional alphabet sampler. So I see it everywhere. It could be in a cookbook. I see a picture of something, and off and running I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical artist, comes from anywhere. Yep. Okay.
It does. Off I go with my computer. Tick, tick, tick. Wait a minute,
Yep.
I gotta go. I have notebooks everywhere of things written down, kind of rough sketches of this and that. So.
Yep. Fun. All right, Angel. Thank you. Wow. Appreciate you joining us.
Everybody.
Thanks
I
to your
miss you
friend.
all.
Yep. Thanks to your friend for allowing us to enter the home there. All right. Now get stitching so you get caught up. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we can see this finished.
All right. Thanks a lot.
I'll post it on Instagram.
Yes. All right.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Angel.
Bye.
There we go. All right. See, we have
Alright, let's
Michelle
see if I
May.
can find this thread.
Okay. You look for that thread, Jennifer. Just get another thread,
It's driving me
Jennifer.
nuts.
Just get it.
But it's the perfect size. It's just the right size and everything. It's like just right. I mean, I cut my piece of thread in half to make it just so. I bet you it's stuck on the back of my shirt. I can't see it.
We got to get a second camera in that house. We just have to.
I think so. I think it would be so much fun.
We have to have a second camera.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Michelle May coming up here from the Raspberry Rabbits. Let's see. We're going to add Michelle. Hi, Michelle. All right.
Hi.
How you
are
doing?
ya?
Hi.
We're doing okay here.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you just fine. Yep. Do we have rabbits with us, or are they?
Oh, good. Good.
Yep, we got you. Okay,
No,
got it.
downstairs. Yes. And so they're in the office. Actually, I lost one from the last time I talked with you. My
Oh.
old bunny Hannah passed away. She hopped over the Rainbow Bridge. So yeah,
Aw.
she was 12 and she got arthritis. So I had to help her across the bridge because she just couldn't hop or walk anymore. But
Oh.
she was an old bunny.
Aw.
12 years is old for a bunny.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, it's real old. Anything past about 6.5 you're doing good.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
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 Yeah, but
I don't know
Henry, I
anything
still
about
have Henry,
bunnies.
and he's downstairs in my office. So yeah, Henry's still here, and my cat Sabrina, she's around there somewhere.
That's great. Yeah. Only
So
person I
this
know
is
who
fun.
keeps rabbits.
Thanks for
Yeah.
inviting me here.
Well, thanks for joining
Yeah.
us. Yeah, glad to have you.
Yeah, this is great. I'm glad to be here. So of course, I'm not a cross stitcher, but I'm an embroiderer. So there's always got to be that one little rebel in the group that
Right.
does that. But I love cross stitch. I love to look at it. So I thought I would share with you what I'm working on if you want to see that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is my little studio bunnyville up here, but
Here, wait
so
a second. Let me. I just put me on the screen. We don't want that. There we go.
There you
Now we
go.
got you. There we go.
When I chatted with you on the podcast, I had told you that I'm a quilter too. I've been a quilter for 32 years. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. But anyway,
Wow.
so I started designing some embroideries recently that kind of combine my love of quilting and my long lost love of doing embroidery work. I love embroidery. So I've been doing, this is the first one I did, quilters will know the log cabin block. So this is a take on the log cabin block, and it's called Bees in the Cabin. So it makes that log cabin-y block, and then there's the bees in there.
That's cute.
I love that. And
Yeah,
so
I'm
what
a
are the
quilter
stitches
too.
on it?
So
Yes.
Are they stitched leaves?
Yes, they're all stitched in, all the leaves. Can you see it there? Is that a little better shot?
Yep.
Okay.
So the leaves are back stitched, and then the flowers are French knots, and then there's some. I usually always use the same stitches. I use a stem stitch. I use a lazy daisy, French knots, and there's another one I've been using too lately. But I kind of use the same ones over and over that I'm good at and I like. Because I'm not good at like blanket stitches. It's like those kind of things. Like if you're not good at them, don't be, just move on. Just move on. Don't be tortured with it. So yeah, chain stitch. That's it. The other one I do a lot of is chain stitch. So the second one I did is this was called Wedding Ring Roses. So that's a traditional quilt block, double wedding ring. And so this is Wedding Ring Roses. So it makes the block, and then the roses are in the center there on that.
I know I really like that one. I've made a big queen size double wedding ring quilt that I'm still hand quilting.
Oh,
years and years.
Oh, yeah. That is an undertaking. Yeah. Huge.
Yes.
See, then you do them like this, and then you're like, you get the sense of accomplishment because it's done.
Yes.
It's just a simple thing.
I'm going to have to do that.
And so now, when I was talking with you on the podcast, that was back, I guess, June, and I was saying how I normally don't like plan out or design like ahead of time, like a lot of designers will do, ahead of time. And I usually just wake up and go, oh, I feel like making this, So that happened last week. I had this morning moment of, okay, that would be cool. And even though it's like 90 some degrees and it's about 100 and something with humidity, I feel like making a pumpkin. So I came up with 9-patch pumpkins. And so another traditional quilt block is a 9-patch. And so this is called 9-patch pumpkins.
Cute.
And,
oh, that's going to be adorable.
Yeah, and I have my friend Carlene. She's my favorite stalker, is what she calls herself, and she's her nickname is also Pumpkin Spice because a woman loves pumpkin everything. Pumpkin season is Carlene, and I just posted a little sneaky peek on there on my social media, and she chimed in right away. Is that a pumpkin? I was like, it was so funny. It's like, yeah. So my favorite stalker saw the pumpkin right away. She zoomed right in on it. It was good.
Cute.
But yeah, so my stuff, what I do is I print things on linen and I give kits because a lot of my designs are based on beginners and just getting people inspired. My tagline is designs to inspire. And so I like to make things that inspire people to start and that are achievable and look a little harder than they actually are. They're really simple. And so what I do is I print everything on linen. So this is 100% Belgian linen. And so it has a paper backing on it. So you peel that off. And then I give you a fusible interfacing to put on the back of your piece so that you can kind of skip around a little bit and you don't have to be super neat because, nobody's ever going to see it. And then that little bit of interfacing kind of keeps the linen from going cattywampus. And so I give you that. And then I'm a designer with Baldani Threads. I've been with them since 2009. And so I give you, I like size 12 pearl cotton is what I use. And so I give you that and a little embroidery needle on heart because we all love it. We love stitching. And then some instructions with the color photos and then the instructions on the back. And then I'm forever singing some little tune or something, but brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. I won't sing because if I sing it, dogs will start howling. So I'm not going to sing it. But we all know that's that. So now y'all are going to sing it the rest of the day. But anyway, so there's that.
I'm resisting. I'm resisting. No, I'm not
know,
going to.
right? It's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't say it.
Go back to your printed piece. Take us through that. Take us through that again. So it has a backing on it.
Yeah. So this, when it comes to you, it's all folded up like this with all the goodies put inside. But it has a paper backing on it right now. That's how I run it through my printer. And did I freeze? Can you see me?
No, you're right.
And then you peel the paper backing off of this, and then you put the fusible interfacing. So this has got a fusible part here, a glue side, and then this is just a cotton fabric. And then you just iron this right onto the back.
Before or after you stitch?
Before.
You stitch? Okay.
Yep. You peel the paper backing off, and then you'll iron this to the back of it. And then what I like to do, I take it over to my sewing machine, and I do about 1/8 of an inch stitch all the way around here for stay stitching to keep the linen from raveling. So I'll put that little bit of stay stitching around there so that the linen won't unravel. And then put it in your hoop and start stitching. And so you can see on the back here. So you see how that's got that on there.
Okay.
And that allows
it's already ready for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
you just
already
stitch
ready
on the
for
line.
sewing. Yeah, and then you can sew it into a pillow or something, and you've already stabilized your linen, so it's easier to sew later.
Yes,
if that's what you want to do with it.
Which is really good because I'm doing, again, being a quilter, we're famous for block of the months. And so it's like I've done 30 years. I can't tell you how many block of the months I've done. But so what I'm doing right now is called Seeds of Love. And each month, we started in January. It's finishing up next month. So there's 9 blocks, and they're each 5-inch block finished. And it'll make a 15 by 15 inch quilt. Or you can add, Gary got his lesson and Beth got their lessons on this last time. You can add setting squares and sashing. And then it'll be a 19 by 19 quilt. But this is where we are so far on it.
Oh, so cute. Wow. Love it. That is so pretty.
That is so nice.
There's all the blocks on there.
That's awesome.
Okay, and we got a couple of questions here. So let me ask these questions. One is, isn't it hard to stitch through the interfacing?
No, it's super lightweight. I have arthritis in my middle finger, so I don't like tugging through anything. So it's like butter, goes right through. It's really a lightweight interfacing that a lot of clothing people use. It's Pellon SF 101. And I know lots of the, like Joann's, several fabric stores, maybe your local shop, they might have it too, or anywhere that sells stuff for clothing as well. They carry Pellon SF 101 or SF 100. Okay. It's one of those. Yeah, it's real light. Right. It's super, super lightweight.
Yeah, and you use a pointy chenille needle, not a blunt cross-stitch needle.
Yes, I use a size 7 crewel needle, embroidery needle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then so you include the directions with the kits? Yes,
everything's there. I'm it's basic stitches that I use. So if it's one of those that if you don't know how to do a back stitch, there's 9,000 videos on YouTube on how to do a back stitch, and I have some videos on mine too on my YouTube that show you how to do some of the kits and just the basic stitches I always use. And I also have a little pamphlet on my website that I sell that has all the stitches I use with really good details on it.
Right, and here's the other question: do you use a hoop, and if so, what kind do you use?
I like this. I use this little Morgan hoop.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 5-inch Morgan hoop. I have a bigger one. I have a 7-inch as well, and I have like a lap one that sits in your lap. But I find that I like this one best because I tend to sit cross-legged or I'm all curled up or, and it's like that lap one isn't conducive to me wiggling around.
Mm-hmm. It's like the same one that you use for punch needle. It has that ridge on the inside to keep it tight.
Absolutely. Yep, sure is. Yeah. And I've had a bunch of hoops over the years, but I started using this one and a friend of mine told me about it. She liked it. And I was like, yeah, I like that too. So that's when I started using. I have a couple of them left in my shop. So I think I have a couple of 7-inch, and it's kind of one of those things I have. I'm like a midget. So I have really small, like kid size hands. So a 5-inch hoop fits my hand better, but somebody who's a normal size adult, a 7-inch hoop might feel more comfortable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I'm intrigued by the linen with the paper backing. I assume it's a very high quality linen?
Yeah, 100% Belgian linen. Yeah, and I buy it from my distributor, and then that's what helps me send it through. I have a fancy printer, and that's how I print one at a time. Can't get the bunny or the cat to do any of it, so one at a time. But that's how that paper backing helps it go through my printer.
Okay, so that's how then you're getting a very precise print job then, because it's stable in there.
Yes.
Okay.
So I know a lot of the European designers. There's some really fun, like Nikki Franklin in England. She's so cute, and her stuff's beautiful. And I think she does screen printing. And I know there's a lot of embroidery designers in the UK that do screen printing. So I'm not that talented to make a screen, don't know how to do it, but I figured out how to use a fancy printer in my computer. So
It works.
Yeah. So the other thing I've been doing this year, these are called tokens of my love. And so they're these little hearts, and they have a little pocket on the back. You can put a little tea or a chocolate in them. So and you can stuff them with lavender or anything you want. Here's another one. This was the August one.
Those are pretty.
This was the most popular one so far. Everybody bought this one. This was the June one with the roses.
That's really pretty.
It was funny because I had a local friend of mine. Her granddaughter was getting married, and she didn't want to make it like this. So she took the design and then she appliqued it onto a satin pillow, and it became the ring bearer's pillow at her granddaughter's wedding.
Wow.
And then with the intention of after the wedding, she would unpick it from the satin pillow and turn it back into this, and then make it, stuff it with stuff so they could have it as a keepsake from their wedding. And I thought that was kind of cute, you know, so that it's not,
it's a great
it's not
idea.
that ring bearer pillow, like, you know, I've been married almost 30 years. It's like, well, why do I want to keep that, you know, but something like this, you know, that's filled and you can just hang it in the closet or hang it wherever and enjoy it is kind of fun. So I thought that was neat. And then I have another customer, Joe, in England, and she's making these, and she's not turning them into stuffed hearts. She's actually making them like a bunting or a banner, and she's going to hang them. She has an antique 4-poster bed, and she's hanging them all the way around her bed as a bunting going around.
Whoa.
And I think that is so cool. I'm like, I get all geeked out when people like, oh, Shell, I'm going to do this with this. I'm like, oh my God, you know, and I'm like, send me pictures. I want to see it. You know, it's just so much fun. I always love seeing what people do with things. You know, it's like, okay, it's inspired you to do something with it.
Right.
And yeah, it's really fun. And then here's another one. So this is like an Ohio rose, but I called it Nantucket roses. That's a quilt pattern there. And then
Kind of got that Baltimore album quilt feeling, sort of.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Fellow quilter, she knows. So and then this was last year's pumpkin that I did, Elegant Pumpkins.
That's pretty.
And I had these all made into things, but I have unpicked them and taken them apart because I came up with this other brainy idea that I want to play with. And I'm not going to say anything about it yet because it's still hopping around in my head, I should say. But so anyways, I've taken them apart. Then this one is a Christmas one I did. And this is a poem. And you don't have to stitch the poem on there. It's printed on it for you. And then you just embroider around it like that. But this is all printed because it's kind of teeny. This is like 8.5 by 11 size. But I always love this poem by Agnes Farrow, and it's What is Christmas? It is tenderness for the past, courage for the present, and hope for the future. It is a fervent wish that every cup may overflow with blessings rich and eternal, and that every path may lead to peace. Isn't that pretty? I always thought that was so pretty. And then, yeah, I always thought that was a really pretty one. So, and I had Carlene, my favorite stalker, she made that last year.
Does she have like a jacket or a T-shirt that?
I know. I need to make her something totally. You know,
Yes.
It probably needs to have bunny ears and pumpkins and something attached to it. But
Right.
she did this Christmas one, and she has like she did some patchwork or something around it and put some greenery, and then she had a red basket, like a woven basket, and she framed it in the center of that basket and hung it up, and it was so pretty. It was just so clever. I'm like, that is neat. So again, there's another design, idea of, okay, you don't have to frame them traditionally. You can put them in this basket with some greenery and things going around it and hang it up. And I thought that was really cool. So, but those are fun. And so I started, I used to work in wool. I did wool applique and embroidery. And so I have I was going to show you this piece here.
Ooh.
So this got me
That's
started.
great.
Yeah. So these are all, the flowers are all hand embroidered on here. And here's some, where is it? Here's some cross stitching right here. There's my attempt. There you go. But I didn't have to count.
Did you do any blanket stitching on that one, or did you?
Nope, because I'm not good at it.
No, because that's the traditional wool applique. Is the blanket stitch. So
it
is.
It looks great
without.
So I would travel and teach classes, and this is the this is the project. I'll show you one more piece from that. But this was our finale project from all this that I had done.
Whoa.
See, it's good to see you don't have to do the blanket stitch. Like,
Yes.
there's no rule.
There is no rule, and that free form embroidery or slow stitching, you can do whatever you want. And so I had done that, and this was one of the projects that was in there.
Oh,
this is my
so pretty
beekeeper pin cushion. So here's the little bee, and of course the bunny lady has bunny embroidery scissors.
Oh, cute.
Just
You got to have bunny embroidery scissors.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And so the embroidery scissors fit inside the little bee. So that's why I call it a beekeeper. And then there's your
what
pin
did
cushion.
you do around the edge of the flower there to make it
Around here?
Yeah, it looks bumpy or texture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that is
that?
that is just yarn, any kind of yarn, and I did a couching stitch to couch the yarn around the flower.
And it gave it that bumpy texture.
Yeah.
That is cool. I really like that. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Well, but put that back up, please. We got to look at that some more, I think.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, we didn't get the full impact. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
because I could see
I
something
remember
going on the edge. There you go.
So I couched out here too. And I'll show you, like on this one,
Nice.
see, on this flower, I couched right in here. So there's French knots, there's some back stitches, then I couched in here. Around the bee body, there's couching.
Wool yarn, or did you use just acrylic yarn, or just whatever?
Most of them were just whatever I found that I really liked. It was like, oh, that looks pretty with that. Some of them were like Vanna White's. She had those sparkly, bedazzly things. And so, like the bee here, he's got sparkly wings, and that was some of Vanna White's sparkly stuff.
Okay.
So it was fun, teaching people how to do that. And that's kind of like my designs now, even though they're just, they're not wool, the embroidery, but, you don't have to fill them all in the way I do. You can just do simple back stitches. You could color in with colored pencils and do some stitching, or you can fill them in like I do, or you can, do some, if you are, really good at all kinds of super fancy stitches, you can do those too. So I think that's fun to really not just say, okay, you got to do just this one thing, that you can have the freedom to kind of play around to, from beginner to advanced, you can make it look a bunch of different ways. So I was going to, I brought this up to show Beth because she had commented about my hexi project that I did. That's how she remembered me. So, I got this up here. So in March 27th, 2018, I turned 50, and I wanted to do something for me that would celebrate turning 50, a big milestone, and something creative. Because, as a designer, you don't always have a lot of time to design something for yourself because you're thinking about your customer or the next season or whatever. So I was like, I want to just do something creative and freeing for me where I don't have to write instructions. So I decided to do a 1-inch hexi every single day for 365 days. So I started, I started the day after, so March 28th, 2018, and I stitched the day before. So that's what I always did. I would sit there every day and think about the day before, and it was a meditative kind of process. It was time for me. It was just this special time for me, and I would think about, well, what stood out to me the day before, and then I would doodle it and stitch it. So here's the first one, my 50. And then what I did is every day I stitched, and then I added the hexes in a clockwise rotation all the way around every single day. So again, I would sit there and think about, like here, this was funny because gray hair. It was like I was contemplating growing out my gray hair. I did it. But it was like, can I do it? Can I grow out my gray hair? Can I be brave? You know, and
it looks great.
so pretty much everything on here, I remember everything of what it was, but 365 days later.
Wow.
Isn't that fabulous?
Wow.
No wonder you were excited about
So
that, Beth. Wow.
Did you applique
Isn't that cool?
those down or?
No, so what I did is I would stitch it, the hexi, and then I would just do a whip stitch to it. So each day I stitched it and then I added it to the one before. So and just by whip stitch. And then at the end,
What's the blue in between?
I put them all on a backing like this and then just stitched around the edge.
Right.
That. But they
So
it's just
there?
a whip stitch. That's just a hand whip stitch there.
Oh, okay. So you didn't do it like the invisible hexi paper piece and whip stitch. You did it a visible. Oh, nice.
Yes. Yeah, I wanted it to have that. And these are all wool. These are all wool hexis, 1-inch wool hexis. Yes. So they're wool. They're not the traditional paper piece kind. These are all wool.
Right.
And so
nice.
I called this whole project within an inch of my life. So 1 year, within an inch of my life, I stitched my journey. It was really fun.
Wow. Hold that up again, would you? That is amazing.
Sure. I'll have to keep that idea in mind.
Wow.
I'll be 50 in a year and a half.
Yeah. So every single one of those has a memory from that day. Wow, that is so cool.
It does.
That's awesome.
Every single one. Yep.
It's a big journal.
Holy smokes.
It was a fun project.
Isn't that neat?
All right.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
I loved it. And there was other people, there were other folks who did it too. Some people did it to, one lady, her granddaughter was graduating high school and she had all these memories of her granddaughter throughout her school years. So she did a little project like that and gave it to her granddaughter. Another couple people did the full year with me. They did their own journey and did that. So it was fun. And then other people like broke them up into little sections, like by the month. They did, okay, this is this, and then they made a little project that way, you know. So it was, but it was kind of one of those things every day I posted on my Instagram and my Facebook and showed people, well, this is what I stitched today. And so it was a lot of fun, and I know it inspired a lot of people.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good one.
Thanks.
All right, Michelle, the time has flown by. Thank you.
It has. Thank you so much. This was super fun. Y'all are the best.
Appreciate you joining us. Really enjoyed it. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Wow, that is so cool. So
Wasn't that
cool.
neat? Yeah.
See any thread here?
No, there's no thread in your hair, Jennifer.
I can't find that. I still can't find that thread.
No, there is
Is
no
it on my
thread in
head
your hair.
somewhere?
I would pay big money if it was hanging from your glasses. I would just kill for that.
That would be,
I know, right?
that would be what we need.
No.
Man, it's somewhere around here. It's driving me crazy.
Oh.
All right. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yep.
I'm a mess. What do you do?
Okay, now we.
Hey, I
what?
had my phone charged today, so I was
Yeah,
good
that's
to go
progress.
there.
That's
Right?
big progress.
Yeah, that's good.
For
Yeah.
sure.
All right, we got a half hour here, so each of us can have a break, get a beverage, whatever. So we have a little half hour break in here, and then at the top of the hour will be Linda Stolz from Erica Michaels Designs. She's going to talk about. She said she'd talk about gauze, silk gauze too, which I'm most curious about. But
she's talking about silk gauze. Oh,
yeah, because now she can get it again. She couldn't get it for a while. Now she can get it again.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And her silk gauze stuff
I
is
have
amazing.
a couple of silk gauze. Yeah, I've got a couple, but I haven't done it yet. But I have a couple.
Oh, I'm going to have to go grab my strawberry.
I have to do it still.
Yes.
So I'm gonna step away for a moment.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, we'll be here. Okay, so all
I
right,
have
folks.
up through.
Huh?
Oh, I have up through number 5, the 5 golden rings of her 12 days of Christmas stitched, but not finished, but they're stitched.
Oh,
The
she does
12
amazing
berries of
work.
Christmas.
Yeah, she does amazing work.
I love them. Yeah.
Okay, folks, up at the top there, at the top of the screen now, Sassy Jacks Stitchery is sponsoring this whole afternoon. So, and part of that is 15% off of your order. So you can, except for sale items, can't do sale items. You know, you got to pay whatever the sale price is. It won't hurt. So FT15 is your code. So you go to sassyjackstitchery.com and FT15 is your code. And then I'm going to show you some of the things that we want you to focus on. But one of them is the take wing. And Jennifer, you're there, or did you leave us? No, you're there. Good.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
here.
so I'm going to put you on and take me off so people can see this take wing, because I'll show the picture, but the picture doesn't get it like what you're doing there.
Yeah. Now, I did change my linen.
You're permitted.
And changed it, and I coffee tea dyed my linen because it wasn't showing up. So here's the original.
That's what you started with.
Yeah. Right. So I started on this one. Am I in the screen well? Is that good?
Yep, that's good. Now you're full screen now.
See how the birds, you can't really see them? Yeah. And I showed it to my husband, and I'm like, do you see the birds? He's like, no, I just see blobs of color. And then I stitched this one, and this little bird, you really can't tell at all that it's a bird. Whereas over here on this one, is that the same bird? No, it's not. Oh, it's down here.
Yeah.
There he is. You can tell. And it was just bothering me that they didn't stand out. And so this is some linen that I got with those French flowers that I'm doing, the roses. And I coffee tea dyed it to make it darker, and they stand out better.
Yeah, that motif right there is beautiful.
And this has so many color changes. Like, you do tiny little bits, and doing with one strand, the tying off and starting was driving me crazy. So on using 2 strands here and being able to use the loop method has made my life so much easier, because it was driving me insane. Having to switch that often and have to tack it on the front, I just was not enjoying it.
Yeah.
So I switched the linen, but I am still using all the same threads. I'm using all the kit threads that Kim sent, and then the DMC where it is needed. And then, like, on these ones, this pink part that I just stitched, I folded the piece of floss over. It's a variegated. And this one, it all kind of, the colors went together, but on these corner ones, the colors, it was like the light and the dark together.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it's such a small little bit. Who cares?
Yeah.
And I was not going, Yep.
Well, that motif in the bottom, motif in the bottom right is so rich. It's beautiful.
This one, or this?
Yeah, that one.
This
that
one with the red.
The bottom.
Yeah,
right.
Isn't that pretty?
Either one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I paid attention on the bird with where the coloring went, because I wanted it to look good. So I did focus on the coloring here.
Well, you hit it out of the park. It is really beautiful.
Yeah, thanks. Now that I can loop it and stuff, and it's the white showing up, I'm much happier.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So.
Yay. All right. So that one,
yes.
and all right. So now I'm going to go to here and make sure I don't mute me. I did not mute me. Yay. Okay.
Mute, did we?
It's so impressive when I do things right. So this is Kim has the chart and the kit for take wing, and there's the take wing, all of it. So that's that one, and then here's the a Bushland Quaker that really goes with it. Both of these from Joanna.
I know. I want to do that.
Yeah, Joanna Kavanaugh.
That one.
Better than the
Yeah.
take wing, you think?
I like, but see, I
I-
like flowers better than I like
I
birds.
like birds
So
and
it's just
flowers.
a personality thing.
I like both.
Oh, okay.
I like birds and
I do.
flowers, so I'm good with both.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she does. All of these are from Australia, so like they're Australian birds and flowers. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if she's gonna have a third one, like to make a third set of 3. I mean, 2 is fine.
I thought she's-
but, you know,
I thought she was. I thought she was designing something.
I kind of think I
Okay.
remember something like that too.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah.
All right. Sandy wants to know what count fabric are you using, Jennifer?
It's a 28 count.
Oh, nice.
So 28 count over 2.
And
Okay.
you're using 2 strands.
Yeah. Because I, switched from what was the other one, 40 count with 1. So
Yeah.
28 with 2 to make
Yeah.
it stand out. Otherwise it'd look too weedy.
All right.
You
So
want that
here's
thin, primitive look,
yeah. So are you using the garden cotton? What are they? Cottage garden threads
Yeah.
then?
Yeah, what
Okay,
she sent
I missed
in
that
the
part.
kit, I'm using those threads. And I think, even though I'm using 2 strands, and
You
she
guys
sent
talk
me
amongst
enough
yourselves.
for
I'll
just,
be right back.
All right.
All right. So I'm using 2 strands, but the kit was intended for 1 strand. I still think I'm going to have enough and maybe even extra thread. I don't think I'm going to have
Oh,
a
really?
problem running out at all. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and if I do run out, it's no big deal. I'll just use the DMC equivalent. So,
Yeah. I think
yeah.
that it's a beautiful design, and I'd like to try the fibers. I think that'd be fun. Because I like trying different threads.
Mhm.
That's kind
Yeah,
of,
they're really nice.
something I like to do.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it if it's a bit, I don't go out of my way most of the time, but if it comes in the kit, that's great. I'll do it.
Right. Why not? Why not?
So, yeah. The only thing I've discovered I
Yeah,
don't like is the soie d'Alger is it's fussy and fuzzy.
Yes. And I think
That
it's
one's
just
a little like, eh.
yeah, I think, and but I like this. You've tried the stuff on the spools? I can't think of the name of it. The 100/3s from.
I did. I did the little trial sample kit, and I love that. That stuff's
Yes.
really nice. And I think that on a 45 count gives you the same full coverage as 2/2 on a 32 count. Gives that same fullness
Yes.
that I like, because I like mine a little bit fuller. Because I did
Right.
those little sample-y things, and yeah, I liked that one.
Yeah. And for those who are wondering what we're talking about, Kathy Ray put together some sampler. So you could try different kinds of linen, different counts with different threads, and you can decide for yourself, because that's the only way. Everybody has different tension on how they stitch.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way you really know if you like something is if you try it. And I didn't think the price of the kit was that bad, but
No, it's
yeah.
like $25 or something, and you get 3 pieces of linen and 3 different types of silks and needles. It's fantastic.
Right.
And the linen's big enough to use on a project.
Right. Okay, so Sandy wants to know, Jennifer, what threads are you using on the?
So I'm using the threads that she sent in the kit, the cottage garden, and then I'm using the DMCs, and one classic colorwork queen bee, the gold color, because that's in the list. Like there's a little chart that has the cottage garden threads, the DMC ones, and then like an overdyed cotton. So I have kind of a mix of DMC, 2 overdyed cottons, a Weeks and a classic colorworks, and then DMC. And
Yeah.
I switched my DMC, the white, I switched it to B5200 instead of just plain white, because I really wanted that white to stand out.
Yeah, well, it works. Hi, I'm back. Yeah, and Kim has those. The cottage garden thread is made in Australia.
Australia.
Somewhere. Yeah. And so
Yeah,
Kim,
it's really nice too.
Kim has that in supply, so you can get it without having to wait to come from Australia. So, yeah, because that'll take a
Right.
month of Sundays.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was showing the other things, the sassafras samplers. This middle mist red
That's
sampler.
that one.
Is that new, Kim? Kim's here. Is that new?
Yes.
Because how
so.
come I missed out?
I know. You know, we can't have what is that called? Fear of missing out.
That's right.
FOMO?
We can't be having this stuff.
FOMO.
Yeah.
FOMO.
So
Yeah.
yeah, this was How come I didn't know about this? So anyway,
Yes.
that's on my
I wonder
list.
how big that little house is.
I'm
Are you
making
making
a
a
list here. Yep, darn right, here on
Okay.
the paper. Yep, 15% off FT15. It's right at the top there, folks. Order them up. Yeah, this one I really like a lot. Simple. Yeah, sassafras samplers. That's Kim's brand, and then the AC Bluebird Quaker. That's a nice one.
Yes.
Every time I look at this, though, I want to pull out some things. Rather than do
What do
the
you
whole
mean?
thing, I want to pull some of the motifs out.
Oh, okay.
Do individuals.
Yeah. Because there's I love the one there on the left third that looks like forks.
Yes.
Well, they're plants, but I love that one. And then the
Mhm.
bird with the flower in the little pot to the right there. Yeah, this is lots of cool things in here. Yeah. And then we have Christian Henry.
I have that one.
You do?
Do you have that one, Gary?
No, I do
You
not
have that
have
one,
that
Gary?
one. I do not have this one.
Yes, and Nanette is where she's on page 10 on it, which makes me very jealous. But yeah, I love it with that big house there at the bottom. I love the alphabets. I like stitching alphabets. I know I'm weird, but I do like alphabets.
Yeah, no.
No, you don't like the alphabets? You could just do the bottom part. Wouldn't that be cute?
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I think I would do with this one, is just the bottom. Steal a border from something else and then do the bottom, because I really like that. Yeah. That's cool.
The little rabbits.
Yeah. What is Kim saying here? There are more than what I sent to you, too? I don't know. Maybe that probably wasn't for me. Yeah. But right there. That one. Middleist red sampler. That one. And then I do like the Mary Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
With those little pink Adam and Eve.
Yes. With the checkerboard skirt pant thing. Yes. I love when people do Adam and Eve, because there's always some little feature in there that's different from everybody else. Same face, just put a ponytail on, and then put checkerboard around them. Yep.
Yep. Cute.
Very cool. Yeah.
And I like those trees in them. That I don't know why I like that tree shape, but
Oh, the
Yeah, that's a
That-
good tree shape. I like that
Close.
too.
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a little different.
That tree shape right there.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And this is another one where you could pull out several things and kind of make up your own deal.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. And then this one I'm definitely getting, because I have the red sampler, the Bristol Red, but I got to get this one here from Claudia Dutcher.
Oh yeah.
Because see, for my banding thing, this one right here,
Oh. Mm-hmm.
this I got to have this one, because I don't think I've stitched that one, and then I got to have this one right here in the banding thing. And I don't
So
And
are
I
you going to
like
take
those-
your band thing? Are you going to take your band thing with you to Arizona?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Are you going to go to the attic?
Yeah. Yeah. I will.
Ooh.
And then you need to do a live show from the attic.
Yeah, I will.
Um,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I'm going to have my bike, everything. Yep.
Man,
Ah.
does your son know you're moving in?
Yeah, he knows. He's seen my movie. Yeah. Well, actually we're going, and part of the time they're going back to Illinois for something. So we're gonna be on dog duty. So
Oh,
You're
okay.
house
Okay.
sitting, babysitting.
yeah. No,
Okay.
he's seen my movie. He's what?
So if you're taking your bike, does that mean you're driving and not flying?
No, flying.
Oh.
I have a
And how are
I have a bag. It breaks down. It goes in this big old bag,
Oh.
and
Okay.
yeah, you just put it on the airplane, put it back together when you get there, and go ride. And riding in Arizona
okay,
is
nice.
amazing. It's amazing.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The visuals or good riding
Yeah.
surface?
Open
or-
roads, and there's this one road. My favorite thing goes up through the mountains and comes back down to a little town, and you get more water, and then you turn around and you come back, and it is gorgeous country.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Nice.
yeah. There's much more than just barren desert out there. There's so much more.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. Right.
Yeah, Beth, you know, yeah, it's and so many of the roads have so little traffic on them once you get away from Phoenix that you
Mhm.
just ride for miles and never see people.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, oh yeah, can't wait. Just wish I haven't had so much time off because I'm going to be limited to how far I can ride. But so the Bristol Green sampler, that is on my list for today. Got to get that ordered because I need that in the collection. So
I feel a stitch along coming on.
there is potential. No, because see those samplers like that don't appeal to me. It's the parts. Because
Right.
I don't want to stitch all that alphabet. Sorry.
You're not an alphabet stitcher.
Besides,
huh?
you've got to start Summer Hill.
I know. Yeah.
You have other stitch alongs you need to work on.
But see on my banding thing
Yep,
there.
Spring Hill.
Yeah, Spring Hill and Summer Hill.
Spring Hill, that's what I meant.
Yeah. But I see that
Summer
little
Hill's
house
on the
there.
mind. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like, okay, now the one I like is the one underneath that circle one you like, the one with the 3 leaves and the little,
This
I
one
don't
here.
know, it's like, yes, that one.
Yeah. See, I think I put that one on my band.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think I have. I'll put that on there. What time is it? We don't want to miss. Linda. Yeah, I think it is on there. I think that's the one I'm working on right now. Let me just haul that out because why not?
Yeah, the Home Sweet Home. Kim said not to miss the Home Sweet Home and the love in the middle of that
Right.
sampler. Yeah, I love actually just doing that little bit. That would just be a nice little motif to pull out. Home Sweet Home and love and stitch it and make just a little pillow thing.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah, because well, hear me. I want to go to me.
Let's go to
But
you.
see, I'm not doing that one. See, this is the one I'm doing. This is what I thought, but it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Those
now
are
I got to have it
tulips,
for
like-
that other one. Yeah. But see, okay, so I got this Bible. So say I go down to about here, and then I drop that
Right.
home in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Home Sweet Home and Love, see, down there, and then finish it out.
Yeah.
See how that comes together? Yep. Planning on the fly right there.
Okay, and Kim says, notice also that the bands across from one another are variations of each other on several rows. Yes, I see that.
Oh yeah.
So that way, if you need,
Mhm.
I need something kind of, wait, this one would be a little, I love that.
Yep.
Because then you have
Yeah.
two very, very similar, but I don't know
Right.
if you needed to change them out.
Oh, see, I got to have that chart. Okay, I'll be placing
All
my
right.
order. When we're done, I'll be placing my order. Yep. That's the fun thing about this banding thing is you just make it up as you go. Do whatever.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Finish with a squirrel.
Oh, cute.
Give me a chart. Where I gotta find. Do we have one in the? I'll have to find one. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
Well, she has one in her learning stitches.
Oh, does she?
Isn't there a squirrel in the beginning of
Yeah. Yeah.
wait,
Mhm.
and then if not, I know somebody who has one. Okay, when you get to, you want to put me on real quick?
I'd be happy to.
Okay. No,
Um,
that's Jennifer.
that's Jennifer, isn't it?
Hi, Jennifer.
That would be me.
Is this you now? There we go.
Yes. So this has a squirrel. And let me get it back up.
Oh, there it
See
is.
it's too big.
Oh, yes.
It's Bristol Berries by Erica Michaels.
Erica Michaels, yeah. I know I like that set by Erica Michaels, that Bristol Berries set.
See, Bristol Berries 1, and she has 2 squirrels. So I actually have been almost done in making my strawberry. This is big. I think it's 28 count.
Kim says on MH Smith, I have MH Smith. So there's a squirrel on there. That would be fun to put a squirrel at the end. Okay. But yeah,
Yes.
I think I have MH Smith. So, okay. Kim's got band sampler with Hannah Longstreth.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody was
Oh.
doing that.
Come on, Kim.
Yeah.
Share.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to see that. Yep. So did I get through? Yeah. So 15% off up there. FT15. Kim is bored, really. She's just sitting
Yes,
around.
she is.
She's sitting around. She's starting to, mix things into her Kool-Aid and just, get her back to work. She needs,
Yep.
get those orders.
Needs
Get her
something
back
to do.
work. Yep. Yep.
Any idea when the store is going to open again? Physical
I don't know, a couple months.
store?
September.
Yeah.
Kim. Baird House, September. October.
September's rolling quickly upon us.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know.
Oh.
That hit me the other day. Yep. September is coming. And for me, see, with magazines, I'm already, I had to do the media kit for next year. So I've already planned out the entire year of issues for 2022.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. How demoralizing is that? And then I've already got 3 or 4 articles assigned and committed for the first quarter of 2022. So there you go. Talking about every year like this, and I hate it because I'm already working on January, February, and March of next year, and it's still summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world. Yep. So, okay, so we're waiting for Kim to give us an approximate range of times when we'll be in the Baird House.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So 15% off, FT15 up there at the top. Everything but the sale items from Sassy Jacks. Get your orders in.
Keep Kim from being bored.
That's right. Yep. That's what we're going to do. So, yeah. Oh, man, I'm excited now about this band thing now because we got a plan. I see that come together now. Yeah, taking that to Arizona. Yep. Because I could take just a bag. Because when I take my bike, the it's too much stuff. So.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All the weight limits and stuff, then you're kind of stuck.
Yeah. Oh, I ran off to take a pic of Hannah on banding. Oh, shoot. Oh,
Oh.
okay.
So she didn't hear us ask about when the store is opening.
Okay. Are you emailing that to me, Kim, so I can put it up for everybody? Because that would be cool.
Yeah, we want to see that.
So we're hoping for that. That would be cool.
Because
So
everyone's curious.
Oh, here we have a thing from Kim. Coming up. She's done it. Right there. How's that?
Oh,
Huh?
Ooh,
nice.
nice.
Is that out of the
Oh, I
park or
love
what?
it.
Very nice.
Well, there's a squirrel for you.
Well played. Well played. Here comes Linda. Well played, Kim. Excellent. Hi, Linda.
Hello.
We're
Can you
adding
hear
you.
me okay?
We hear you just fine.
Excellent.
All right. I'm gonna let's see. We're ogling Kim Young's Hannah Longstreth on banding.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, that's a nice twist.
Yep.
I've always
Yeah.
liked banding. I don't have a lot of it, but I always like what it does.
Yeah. It's fun and it's easy to take with you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a good one. Oh, I think I recognize that tabletop. If you need
Oh,
if you want a good sturdy table, go to Home Depot. Husky brand. I mean, they're built for like woodworkers and other things. Heavy tables. If you need a good sturdy table in your stitching room, Kim told me about it. Husky brand. Man, they're great tables. Yeah, great tables. So get those. Yep. That's beautiful, Kim. Well played. Yay. All right, going back here, we're going to add Linda to the deal. There's Linda. Hi, Linda. Whoops. There she is. This is the way Linda's work area.
Little delay.
Yeah, I think you're okay now. This is the way Linda's work area looks at all times. Neat as a pin. Yeah. Right?
I wish.
Right?
Nice.
Look at that behind her there. It's all cleaned off. Everything underneath is in order.
Oh, yeah.
That's so impressive. Linda, you
Beautiful.
are. Yeah.
Well, I'm one of these people that everything has its place. And when it's not that way, I don't do so well. And so it's that way everywhere here around the house. And obviously, if I'm in the middle of finishing or doing a bunch of other stuff, it does not look like this.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I do try to have it, because then when I come in the next day, I do better.
mm-hmm.
Oh. Now, see, once you get the mess started, then you leave it and come back the next day. She can't do it. She can't do
I
it.
can't do it. I have to at least tidy and organize it a little bit.
She can't walk away. Yeah, I can.
I mean, you ask my husband, and I'm always making sure things are in their assigned place. I'm a little OCD that way.
That's okay. You're probably better off than most of us. I'm just guessing.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
probably a good idea, because then you're not losing something and looking all over the floor to find a piece of thread, right?
Yeah. Well, and
Yes.
I think, most people like me, we're a one-person operation.
Yeah.
And that's good and that's bad, but so I don't have to keep track of what other people are doing, but I also have to do everything myself,
Right.
and so I need to know
Yep. Where it's at.
what's going on. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
organized. Oh man, I'll tell you. Look at that. That's beautiful. You win the day. You win the day
Win.
right there.
Well, I suppose another reason is because it's Friday and I've gotten my distributor order done and some things like that. So I'll come up with some other reasons.
Okay. All right. So you were telling me about silk gauze. Now, what's the story with silk gauze? Been hard to get or what?
Well, it was just people weren't able to get it for some time. And so I made the decision to eliminate the gauze from my chart packs. Although I'm still selling the patterns, they just don't have the gauze in them. And so I reformatted everything and redid all the pricing and all of that. And then earlier this year, Doug Kreinick at Kreinick Manufacturing was able to locate another source.
Oh,
And so retailers can order it from Kreinick. I'm not going to go back right away and change everything again. That would just really
Don't blame you.
But shops can get it, and so I'm kind of hoping I did that Petites collection with gauze included for 12 years.
yeah.
And so I'm kind of hoping that I've kind of gotten enough more people on the bandwagon so that it's maybe not quite as critical that I include the gauze
Oh, okay.
with my pattern, as long as a retailer has a place they can get it.
Right. Right.
And I am not sure, I'm not going to speak for Kreinick. I don't know if they sell any retail from their website or not.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah.
I just don't know. I'm inclined to think not.
Right.
And I'm a big one to support shops anyway. But
Right.
yeah, they can
Yeah.
get it via Kreinick now.
That's great. And another question that's popped up whenever silk gauze pops up is the thread counts. What are different ones available, or
I think what he has just sourced is the 40 count.
okay? Is that what
Which
you've
is what-
used?
Yeah, that's what I used almost all the time, with only a couple of rare exceptions. It comes in it did come in like 30 and 32, and even extremely high count, like 60 and 80, and things like that for other kinds of applications.
Uh-huh.
But by and large, what I was designing for and stitching models on was the 40 count.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's the only thing that he has sourced.
Okay. Okay. So that the most common one. Have you tried that higher count stuff? That seems like it would really get difficult.
I actually have a couple of small pieces of it that I got so that I could just kind of play with it, and I've never done that. It is extremely fine, and then I had somebody tell me that it's maybe more for surface embroidery
Okay.
on a really fine ground. Although I know some miniaturist folks will still stitch like teeny tiny rugs and things like that on those higher count silk gauzes. Obviously, they have to use some other sort of thread
Yeah.
that's fine enough that it doesn't just get shredded when you stitch. Yep. Yeah.
Gary?
Yeah, I'm seeing it here, and
Okay. I didn't know if Margaret was on.
no, she's not. Oh, what did I just do?
Crunchy little naysayers.
Yeah, I gotta get this out of here.
Well, why do we have those? I mean, don't they have something better to do with their time? I guess not.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There.
Always someone.
Well, I've got to tell you, we just did a strawberry finishing for my EGA guild,
Mm-hmm.
and one of our friends had taken a workshop with you, and she brought her little booklet from the workshop on finishing them, and we're like, okay, everyone's like, okay, how come she doesn't sell those? We want this little booklet.
Well, I actually do berry finishing classes, and when
Right.
folks sign up and pay for that class, they get that booklet.
Right. She let us look
But I
through
do
it.
have a tutorial. I have a tutorial on my website, which obviously anybody can get to.
Right. And your strawberries are so much fun, and I do have several of the petite ones.
Good.
Um,
Well, speaking of strawberries,
Ooh.
can you see that?
oh, yes. Oh,
These are the strawberries that I'm going to release at the expo at the end of August, but it's the back side of all of them.
no, turn them around.
No, not yet. Not yet. I've never been one to do big full reveals too early. I like to keep the suspense going a little bit longer than some other designers. But I was looking at these today and I thought, they're all going to fit in here, and but it's the back side of all of them.
Oh, look at those.
So I thought that would be something
turn them around.
kind of sneaky to show.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay.
I'm dealing
Oh.
with this. Oh.
So you can kind of
them.
get an idea of a little bit probably what's going on. But,
yes. And I have to tell you, we were discussing why we liked them. I had never made a strawberry, and I just finished the one. And I'm hearing myself echo.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Great. But anyway, it was the toppers, all the different toppers that you have are just fabulous.
And that's where you can get so creative. And in my classes, I go over lots and lots of examples of that and kind of walk folks through what I've used. But in general, I use a ton of felted wool, and I use a ton of straight pins because you can get them in all kinds of pretty colors, the pearl-headed straight pins. And I also like to use little, buttons, and some of the vintage buttons I have around, and little odds and ends that maybe I haven't had a good reason to use otherwise. And the berries are a really good opportunity to add in some of those little things that you've maybe been stashing away and not quite sure what what you might do with it.
Never throw anything away.
Right.
Ever.
And someone was looking at my little berry, and they said, "Oh, you've got this little squirrel." She said, "I think I've got an acorn from a jewelry piece, and I'm not going to use it. So I'll try to remember to bring it to the next guild meeting. So you finish your berry, and I'll let you have that acorn to put on the top of your straw."
Exactly. And I have jars of these vintage buttons that I've accumulated over the last several years. And they look wonderful here in my studio, and I enjoy having them around, but they can't just stay in a jar forever either. And so I try to use those kinds of things, and give something a new purpose.
Yeah. Now I was off dealing with that clown, so can I get another look at the basket of the back sides? Plus, someone was hoping they'd all fall out so we could see the front sides, but
no, they're tucked in pretty good.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
And everyone's like, "Okay, maybe they'll fall out. Maybe they'll fall out."
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be fun.
This afternoon, I took a picture of this from the top down, and there is I did not start the group, but there's a Fans of Erica Michaels Berries Facebook group. And so I posted that picture just this afternoon, just to tease a few more people.
Just to rile them up is what you did.
Okay. All right, Kim, and I know what's going on my wish list for Expo this year, because I just love making the little berry. It was so much fun, and I haven't quite finished my top yet. I've got to finish stuffing it. My end is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of soft. We put lizard glitter in it in the bottom, but I don't know if I stuffed it down there enough, so I might be unstuffing it and stuffing again. That'll be my third time on trying to get this done enough. But,
stuffing can get, it sounds so simple, but there is a little bit of a, not technique really, but kind of a learning curve to get it to where they're nice and firm and they're not just collapsing on you over time.
Right. And I'd rather do it right this time than have it sitting and like, oh, I should have stuffed that thing more.
That's right.
It's easier to take it apart at this point than at another. So
Definitely.
Good.
So
What?
yeah, there's those for expo. I've got other things for expo besides berries, but those are my little teasing view.
Yeah. I watched it. I watched an interview with Elton John one time talking about writing music, and he said, "When in doubt, write a hymn." And it seems to me like for you, when in doubt, create a berry. Is that how it works?
Kinda, sorta. Um, Sometimes I think, well, what in the world else am I going to do with a berry? But then something else pops in my head, and I have gotten away from. I like to do them in conjunction with something else.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a pin pillow or something like that that has a related or companion design.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have found that I like doing that sort of thing, so I'm not limiting myself to just berries.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
certainly don't want to do that.
Right.
And a lot of my designing is inspired by verses and quotations and things that I want to share and say something.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't do that very well on a berry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
By now, though, your mind must see things in the berry shape, though.
I do kind of think, that it will or it won't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or how, what would I need to do um, to kind of massage it a little bit so that it would fit.
Right.
Because it's a three-dimensional shape in that cone, and when you stitch something all across that shape, by the time you wrap it around and put that seam together and create that three-dimensional shape, if you've got things that have a certain direction, a certain up and down,
Mm-hmm.
that changes
Ah.
by the time you get to that back seam. And so I take that into account
Yeah.
when I'm working on them.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, they're fun.
we had a guest on Wednesday night, Tamari Balls, and
Mm-hmm.
what was going through my mind was that very kind of mental exercise of visualizing what starts out flat and
Mm-hmm.
and how is it going to end up in the three dimensions. Yeah. So that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make paper copies.
Yeah.
I just print a paper version of it from my software and cut out that cone shape and make
Oh,
kind
okay.
of form that shape and make sure all of the design elements are doing what I want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and I do like that you like the Bristol berries one, and I know you have Bristol berries two. That's out. But I love the on the one, because I only have one right now, is the that little sampler that's on there is just so sweet.
Yes, that particular one. I mean, I couldn't just ignore what Bristol samplers are all about.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was my way, my small way, because it's just a little small mini sampler, of kind of paying homage to what they did for all those children in a time where not a lot of children in that situation got that kind of care.
Right.
So the story is quite something, that thousands and thousands of children that went through there, and
Right.
I just felt like I needed to do something for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. George Mueller's story is just phenomenal.
It is. Mm-hmm. It really is.
His faith.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Claudia Dutcher, that she's kind of, at least on this side of here in the States, she's kind of our expert on Bristol samplers, and she has a vast amount of knowledge on them, and she was very, very generous to me in sharing some of her resources so that I could make that series happen. And yeah, Bristol Berries 3 will be one of the releases here at Expo, and that'll wrap up the series.
Oh, okay. So I just need 2 and 3 now. So
You need
okay.
2 and 3. That's right.
I'm writing that down on my list, Gary.
Okay. Calm down, though. I can feel it, Beth. Calm down. Yep. Calm down. Yeah. Do you use in your home interior decorating? Do you use the berries, or do they just...
not so much.
Okay.
A lot of them are traveling around on trunk shows.
Oh, okay. Couldn't if you wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah. So some of my older ones that I've kind of phased out of the trunk shows, I have around, but I don't. In my home here, I'm kind of more. I'm not really minimalist, but I don't have a whole lot of clutter going on.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like we talked earlier.
Yeah.
And so I don't put a lot of things out. I have a few things, but I also have a lot of small family antiques.
Oh.
And those take up most of my space. And then I also collect, I have a few just sewing notion kind of antique items too. And so by the time I've kind of showed those kind of things off, there's not a whole lot of room. But I do have I have a smallish collection of antique samplers, and I do have those hanging around on the walls in the house. They deserve to not be tucked away and never seen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the
In
trouble
fact,
with those.
and I don't know if the glass will. I brought with me one of my recent acquisitions.
Ooh, okay.
And it's going to be hard to see.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right. Holy smokes.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice.
It's a one of the true band samplers that was worked in bands. This top portion is white work, and I know it's kind of, you can tell there's texture there, but there's lots of stitching, and then all the colored. And this is a true band sampler in that it would have been, trying to get rid of that ring from my ring light.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Bring it right up to the camera if you would. So yeah. Yeah. Holy smokes.
Oh my.
And I'll turn it sideways a little here for that top part.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
gorgeous.
I'm just delighted to have gotten something like this. It's not dated. It doesn't have a name on it. But the dealer that I purchased it from estimates its age at 1680.
Oh my.
Wow.
So if that's the case, we're, 340 years or so.
Whoa.
And most of my samplers in my little collection are, kind of the schoolgirl samplers that we're reproducing all the time.
Yeah.
And when I spotted this one for a price I was willing to pay, I thought I need to have at least an example of one like this. And that's not to say that I might not take some of these motifs that are in here and incorporate them into some other designs that I do.
Yeah.
Can you put up there a little close? The colors are amazingly rich.
The colors are really quite
Mhm.
good. I'm going to turn it sideways a little bit.
So why do you say, okay, I've got to ask you, you said it's, it's really, truly a band sampler.
Well, the way it's been explained to me, and I'm not nearly the expert on samplers that some people are, but the person who stitched this, they didn't have pattern books to reference when they wanted to embellish something, usually, whether it was articles of clothing or whatever it was. And so they created a long sampler like this. The linen was generally rather narrow, and they just started practice, just bands of patterns. And my understanding is that just probably would have been rolled up for safekeeping. And then when they needed it, and they could unroll it and use this as a reference for whichever pattern they might want to use. And there are a lot of other stitches in here besides cross stitch, but cross stitch is predominant.
Man, that is beautiful. Barbara Hudson just went out of control seeing this. She's saying that 1680 is conservative.
On here.
Yeah, she is. Yeah,
Hi, Barbara.
Yeah, you may need to have a conversation with Barbara about this one.
Maybe I'll bring it. I'll tell Barbara maybe I'll bring it to Nashville and we can ooh and ah.
Okay, you just did. So there you go.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, she's suggesting 1680 might be conservative.
Really? Okay.
Wow. That is gorgeous. Wow, that's a find and a half
yeah,
right there.
I was really, really tickled to get this. In fact, I was even contemplating maybe I'll have a little 2 or 3 set of berries that are just white work.
Yes.
And I might be able to adapt.
Oh, talk to me. Talk to me. White work berries.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes.
that would be awesome.
Oh, that would be.
So we're all in agreement?
Yes.
Oh, when can you do them? Hurry.
Now, who's getting excited here, Gary?
Yeah, right here. I am. Let's go. Oh. Christmas white work berries. Think about it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, they'd be beautiful.
Okay, let's go. Okay, sign off so you can start working right now.
You're going to kick me off, are you?
No. Oh,
No. Someone wants to know when was your first berry? What was your first berry design?
My very first one, if I remember right, was the Yikes berry for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
It just says Yikes, and it's stitched on purple fabric. It's very kind of attention-getting. Kind of a hot purple background.
But you know what? It's great for Halloween.
Yes. Uh-huh. So the Yikes berry, and then there's one called Holly berry. I think those were the first 2 that I did in pairs, where I did a silkberry version, a little tiny one, and then I did a linenberry companion. And so I think the Yikes berry and the Holly berry were my first ones.
How many?
Yep.
How many total, roughly? You lost count,
Oh my
I'm sure.
goodness. I'm thinking in terms of my berries, there might be, I'm not looking at a list, maybe 40 or 50 titles.
Wow.
And some of those are sets. Like this year I released spring berries and summertime berries that the chart pack has 3 berries. So without kind of going through and counting which ones have 1 berry or 2 berries and that sort of thing, it's hard to know.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
I've stitched through the 5 rings, the 5 golden rings of the 12 berries of Christmas. I haven't finished them into berries yet, but I've stitched them.
Well, I actually think that's good. One thing I tell people in my class is when you have a set like that, for me personally, I like to wait until I have them all stitched and do the finishing all at the same time, and then your finishing's consistent.
Yeah, that way you can get all the same supplies and stuff.
That too. But even things like your stuffing and the way that you maybe cut your tops or whatever you're doing, if you're doing it all at one time for the series or set, then you have that consistency in the finishing.
Right.
If that matters. For some people, it's not going to
Right.
matter. For me, especially since I'm photographing them and putting them out there and that sort of thing, that's one of the things I pay attention to.
Yeah. Well, all right, so 50 berries and then 10 whitework berries coming up, so we'll be at 60
Wow.
quickly then. That's
Yeah.
going to be great. Yeah, that's going to be great.
Oh my.
Yeah, I see that working. Yeah.
That was just one of those things. That was a thought I had, and you just, I don't know where these ideas come from. You just never know.
Well, I'll tell you.
One thing, these old samplers are a great resource for berry ideas.
Yeah.
One thing I'm working on now is a reproduction.
Ooh. Pretty. I love
And
the red.
it's an antique that belongs to a friend of mine, and I borrowed it so that I could count it out and reproduce it. I love this verse, and you can't see it here, but it goes down a ways, probably down to here, and it's packed with motifs.
Oh wow.
There's hardly any white space in this one, and it is strongly predominant red, that very warm red.
Beth
And
wants a
it
copy.
will.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
So
When you get it
it's
done.
I'm working on it. Hoping to have it done. Well, I know I'll get it done, but it'll be one of my Nashville. The plan right now is to release it for Nashville.
There we go.
Okay, so Darlene wants to know, do you do all your model stitching?
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do all your model stitching.
I-
Okay.
For me personally, I don't know how other designers manage to have somebody else stitch their models, because when I stitch a model, chances are I'm going to be tweaking a color or even a motif or something else in it as I'm working and making little small changes.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that's not something that can be done with a model stitcher.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I've always stitched all my own models. The only exceptions are if there's been, for some reason, if I've had to replace or create, just have a second model of something. And then I've got one or two gals here locally that are able to do that for me, because it makes me crazy to stitch the same thing twice. Can't do it.
Mm.
Find some people. Yeah. Linda, thanks. It's been a great half
You're
hour.
very, very welcome. I'm glad I could pop in and help you guys out this afternoon.
We sure appreciate the
Well,
time,
thank
and,
you.
and now we have a bucket of berries to look forward to. This is going to be fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you all take care.
All right. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Linda.
Bye
Okay.
now.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was fun.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Mhm. So
Cyndy,
my phone was fully charged, and now it has 10% battery left. It's dying. I don't know what's up with that.
I don't know either.
It's fully charged, so I'm going to switch over to my laptop,
Okay.
and
Oops.
so you're not going to see my stitching. And I mean, we're not watching us much anyway.
Right.
So
Well, we're
I'm gonna
watching you
sign
now,
off
so.
and yeah. Hi.
Okay. Do whatever you got to do. Yep. Cyndy,
Yeah,
call
I'm
in.
switching over.
Cyndy, call in. So up at the top there, just a reminder now, 15% off FT15, Sassy Jacks Stitchery sponsoring this whole afternoon. We really appreciate Kim's support. So
Yes.
get your orders, 15% off everything but sales items. And obviously we've already seen some beautiful things coming up at the end of the month at the expo. So pre-orders, fire them off.
Mhm.
Yep. Oh, I may have to get me some berries. I don't own a single berry thing, and I don't know why, but I may have to get me some
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and the Bristol ones, like this Bristol one, I because of the little squirrel on it, I thought, oh, I just need to stitch that little guy, and it was so much fun. I didn't think I would do another one, but I'm thinking, oh, I think I need to do another one. They're kind of addicting. They're kind of addicting, Gary. So watch out.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I was about to say that's what I fear, but I don't think that's a fear thing. I think that's a fun because there's there's another thing you can just easily take with you. Small
Right. It's
small
small,
thing.
and there's a lot of variety. She has a ton, obviously, that for whatever style. But I think what people do like is that the different ways she has to top them, and you can be as creative as you want. Sort
Yeah.
of like, well, we were talking about just using all those little found objects you have. Anyway.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the Queen of Technology has rejoined us. All right.
Yay.
I can't. Yeah.
Different view.
Because see the.
You can see. Look at. You can see my Paula Vaughn stitching on the wall.
Well, there we go. Here
Oops,
comes
wrong
Cyndy.
way.
Yay.
There it is.
Hey, Cyndy.
Hello. Where am I going?
Cyndy.
Aha.
We have Cyndy. May have to give me some berries. I don't know. Uh-oh.
Hi.
There.
How long does, oh, Teal wants to know how long does the discount last?
Certainly through the
And
show
let us-
and probably later today. So, yes, coming up. You have time today, Teal, to order. Hi, Cyndy.
Yes.
Hi.
How's that technology working for you today?
It completely sucks today.
Okay.
I'm spending a lot of money
I
for
love it.
5G and
So
I'm
it's not
getting
just
crap.
me.
So pardon my French.
Yeah, that 5G is kind of an elusive thing. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we have, I have 5G, and in some parts of the house, it is all bars, and then I'll go to another part, and it doesn't exist. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those
That's
where.
kind of where I'm at today. I don't know what is in the air other than we have a lot of smoke here.
Yeah,
So maybe that's it. but
probably not
but
helping.
it decided to do this like 10 minutes before I needed to be on here.
Yeah,
So
of course. That's the way it works.
my heart is just
Well, you got on, so we're good. We're good to go.
okay. Good,
So,
good.
yay. Bravo.
I'm glad you can see me.
Yep. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. There we go. That's better. Okay, Luhu Stitches.
All right.
When did we
Luhu
do that?
Stitches.
When did we do a show? Has it been a year since we did it?
I think it was last June. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a year.
Yeah.
A wild and crazy year.
Yeah, no
But
kidding.
Yeah.
a year.
No kidding. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and
No wish to repeat.
you're part of the country too, man. Every day I think about all those people and those fires. Man, that's just got to be getting really old.
Very old. We currently are living in what I call the gloom.
Yeah.
I live in Northern California, and we have 300,000 plus acre fires on 3 sides of us. So
Ooh.
Oh.
fortunately not right where we are, but that just means you live in smoke until it rains.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
we're praying for rain.
Yeah.
Without any lightning. No lightning. That's not allowed.
Right. Right. Enough of that. Yeah. Yeah. And then the rain, and then if we could get it in moderation, but then mudslides are next, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the big concern after it. After we have these big fires. So I live right by Mount Shasta, and we had a big fire on Mount Shasta above 2 towns in our county. And now the big concern is when it does rain, we're
Right.
going to have to watch out for mudslides. So
yeah. Jeez.
exciting.
Well, we pray for all you guys out there. That's a tough
Thank
deal.
you.
Tough
Yeah,
deal.
Thank you.
definitely.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, truly.
So, stuff you can talk about for the expo at the end of the month, or are you not participating, or?
I am participating, and I have all but one of my releases ready. So this is kind of my first big reveal of what I'm going to be bringing to Expo.
Oh,
So you want me to
excellent.
just dive in
Excellent.
with those?
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll start with.
Here,
I was actually
just a
going
minute.
to.
Let me get me
Oh,
off the
okay, sorry.
screen. What am I doing here? There we go. Okay. Go.
Okay. All right. So my first release, I was actually going to release this. I'm trying to figure out where
Right
it
there.
needs to be.
Right there.
Okay. I was actually going to release this last month, but I kept having stuff get in my way, and so I thought, oh, I'll just wait until Expo. But I am calling this Over the Hill, and it's kind of like over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go.
Uh-huh.
And it's just a little cottage. I'm going to try and see how close I can get.
You can get that close. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like
Anyway.
that. It looks almost
Cute.
Tuscan, you know, the
Mhm.
colors
Oh.
or something. It might have Tuscany.
Oh, well,
Right.
it's kind of, I don't know if it's showing as bright as it could because the lighting for where I am right now is all kind of this golden glow, whether we want that or not. So, but yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this one. This is one I actually started working on about 2 years ago, and then I misstitched a section right down here, and I got mad at it, and it went into timeout for about a year and a half. So I just was like, no, that's it.
Yep.
You're in timeout. I'm done.
Really like
And,
the colors are so
anyway.
rich. Yeah. Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you know, we've talked about it before, Gary. I really love color. So
Yep.
this is I'm excited about this one.
That's beautiful.
Okay, so that's
Yep.
Over the Hill.
Okay.
And then this next one was sort of came to me actually at the last expo. I was exhausted, just sitting on my couch waiting for someone to come visit me. And I got this idea for a wreath, but not just a stitched wreath, but to use hoops as part of the wreath. And so I'm just calling, so far its name is Autumn Wreath. I haven't actually finished the pattern and gotten it off to the printer yet. But I'm hoping you can see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can go closer if you want.
Okay.
It holds up. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at
There
that.
we go. It's the same on both sides, so you're not missing anything by not seeing both sides of the wreath. But
Now talk
There you have
about putting that together with the hoop in the middle. Do you stitch on just solid cloth and then cut out, or what are you doing?
yes, so I started with a solid piece of cloth and actually had my model stitcher stitch it for me because I was on soon enough to hear Linda talk about not stitching something twice. And so I knew I was going to have to stitch this motif twice, and I was like, I can't do it. So I sent it off to my model stitcher, and she just did this on one big piece of Jobelin. And then when I just finally got the guts to put it all together yesterday, and you put in this small inner hoop first, and then you position the outer hoop, and then you have to trim everything and glue it down on the back here, and then I had to make the big important cut, which was the cut of fabric that was here, and I'm not kidding, I was terrified to do it, but I did it. I did it and trimmed it, and then glued it so that it stays nice and taut. If it doesn't, This isn't a thing where I would feel comfortable lacing it in order to keep it nice and taut. So I glued it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so
And
would
then
you,
you can see
yeah,
how
let's see.
beautiful
Okay,
my-
so it is a legitimate hoop in the center then. Okay.
Yes, it's a
Look,
legitimate
to-
hoop.
Oh, like Romper Room. Do it. Do it. I see Bobby and Mary and Susie.
Gary
Yeah,
and
and Beth and
Miss Marianne. I miss Marianne today. My aunt knew her actually.
Oh.
So anyway, there it is, autumn wreath. And
See,
and
and-
actually, you know, you wouldn't have to make this a wreath. You could just do the one motif and put it on
right.
a bread cloth or something like that. So
Well, and I
Anyway.
see it actually as on a square frame.
yeah,
You know,
that would
even
work
separating
really well
out more.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the name of the company I got these hoops from is eluding me at the moment, but they make a squared off hoop. I think my problem was it wasn't in the right size. So, but you're right, it would make a great. You could totally do this in a square hoop.
Really
It
like
would
it.
be
I
lovely.
like just the acorns alone. That one cluster right there, I really like.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I love acorns.
Yeah.
My
that's
husband
beautiful.
brings them home from work for me all the time. So, and then they get all buggy, and then I have to get rid of them. And anyway, so my next pieces is a ornament trio. So, and they're all Santas. So I've got a star. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way.
Oh, cute.
A star Santa, and I used some of the DMC effects floss
Oh. Uh-huh.
with this. So a couple different ones, and hopefully you're seeing that nice and clear.
Yep. Oh
so
yeah.
we've got a star shape, and then we have
Oh.
Is that on
kind of
paper? Are you
like-
those stitched on
this
paper?
is perforated. Yeah, this is Mill Hill perforated paper. I'm sorry, the camera is not where I think it is.
Yeah, you have to go opposite. Yeah, you have to go opposite.
Yeah.
That's really cool
There
stuff.
we go. There. And what's so nice is you just give them a felt back,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it's super easy. Put a ribbon in between. And then I have a kind of upside down heart shape.
Oh,
Whoops.
so
There we go.
Anyway, there we go. So I used to do toll painting, and I remember doing some painted Santas this way. And I thought, why not do some cross stitch ones on perforated paper? So they make for really, really quick stitch.
Yeah.
And
Those are
the
great.
paper's 14 count. So
Okay, so you're just using the standard paper then that you can
yeah,
get in.
And is
I
it red paper?
Yeah, it's called Wildberry or something like that.
Mm.
I note it in the pattern, obviously, since I can't remember anything when I actually go to sit down and talk about it.
Well, you have
But,
yeah,
yeah,
smoke brain. We let you off the hook. It's okay.
Thank you. It's a lack of oxygen.
Yes.
It's a lack of
Yeah,
oxygen.
yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, so we've got those three. So we've got kind of the traditional ornament shape, a heart, and a star. And there they are. Oops, this way.
Yeah, just
There
a
they
minute. I just noticed I had your name spelled wrong. There we go. Oh, we got it.
Oh, thank you.
The
I
editor.
wasn't going to say that.
Oh, it was probably spell check when I typed it and I didn't proof it. So, but it drives me nuts. So
Oh.
now we got it right.
Well, yeah, I know. I think I tried to say something to my daughter the other day, and it just kept spell checking over and over again. I was like, anyway. And then this next release was actually released in, okay,
Other
this
way.
No, this way.
There you go. Whoops, too far.
I
Back.
swear by the time
There we
we're
go.
done, I'll get this.
Yep.
Yeah, this was actually
Oh,
released
cute.
in last year's Halloween just cross stitching, and I am releasing it as a pattern that can be purchased.
Yeah.
And this is called
Nice.
Bella Luna. So
Yeah, closer
and
and up a little bit so we can up higher.
there. Okay, how's that?
Yeah. Wow.
There's Bella Luna. She's got a little spider hanging out next to her. Nope, wrong
Cute.
way.
There we go.
All right.
And then
And I could see using glow in the dark for that
I
moon.
was just
Yep.
gonna ask that.
yeah,
I was just gonna ask.
yeah, it's not glow in the dark. I used Weeks Dye Works and Classic Colorworks threads on this. So
Glow in the dark, cat's
it's
eyes in the
The
moon.
moon
Yep.
and the eyes.
Yep.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I don't
Wouldn't that be
know
fun?
how the color for the cat's eyes are reading for you, but they're actually like a bright green.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of green.
Mhm.
Are they? Okay. It's hard for me to tell. I'm not picking up color real good on my camera. So anyway,
That's a
so
good
this
one.
is
I like that. That's
Thank
really
you.
cute.
Talk about how you finished that.
Yeah,
Did you
well-
just wrap it over fiberboard or what?
yeah, I just wrapped it over fiberboard, and then put some. This is Lady Dots Creates trim, and then a felt back, a black felt back with some ribbon for
Simple.
hanging it up. Yes, very simple. I used to try and be more complicated, but when I do complicated, it doesn't get finished. So the simpler the better. So anyway,
That's
Oh,
neat.
yeah.
so yeah. And then I have one in progress, and she's not finished yet. So that one will have to be a surprise.
That's for the end of the month, so no pressure there then. Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure at all.
Right.
I'm almost done stitching it. I could show you. I wasn't going to, but I'll just show you.
We understand unfinished pieces, believe me. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
figure most people do. All right. She's got a thread sticking out of her, but here we go. So this is
Oh, cute.
okay. This way? Yes.
Yep.
I'm getting the hang of this. So this is Autumn Peg. And she is based, I don't know if you guys are familiar with wooden peg dolls, but she's kind of based off a wooden peg doll. And she's a fairy that is bringing in the fall. So there'll be a whole like flurry of leaves that come up and around right there. And that's what's not done yet.
Yeah.
So a
Neat.
nice quick little autumn stitch.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, the wreath for me
Anyway.
is the standout, man. That's really neat. I like that.
Mhm.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you like it.
Yeah, that's a good
I'm
one.
glad you like
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Thank you.
So that's good. So and then once this is done, then Christmas stuff coming up or not? Don't know
Yeah,
yet.
there's a few things. I actually don't. I have some things on paper,
Oh, okay.
but I in fact I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to get this stuff to my model stitchers so that we can have it released in time.
Yeah.
But that's how I work, kind of by the seat of my pants. So
What's it like getting ready for this expo or any show? I mean, is it is a whole process of you got to fulfill orders? So is it getting a bunch of stuff printed too, and lots of things that you have to go through?
yeah, it's a little less intense than Nashville because you're not having to think about shipping. Like in my case, I've got to ship stuff across country.
Yeah.
But I need to have, for my own sanity, everything needs to be printed and at least halfway packaged before I go online for the show. And then there's also getting your booth ready for the show, your online booth, and making sure you have all your systems, your links and your order forms all together.
Yeah.
on, you know, when store owners come to your booth
Right.
online.
Yeah.
And so it's not, there's still a lot to be done, but I don't feel like it's the same kind of pressure as Nashville.
Yeah.
So you're not trying to, like I said, you're not trying to ship everything and think about displaying and all of that. And
Yeah,
plus, like in my case, packing for myself and getting myself across country and all that.
Right.
Yeah, because the Nashville thing, you almost have to set up your own little boutique, and so that takes.
Yeah.
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 A
Exactly.
boutique that you can take out of there and not leave a mark on the wall. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Can you say command strips?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly. So,
Yeah, I've thought about having a little stand in the corner of the hotel, just selling command strips. Yes.
Oh, you probably make a mint.
Yeah.
Command strips and extra lights and door stops.
Oh yes, that too. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
My German Shepherd puppy chewed up my door stops, so I have to get new ones.
Ooh. Ooh, going through that phase. Yuck. Yep. So
Anyhow.
at the expo then, obviously you have your own booth and you have to do your own thing, but then do you go shopping yourself?
No. I've only done one, but I didn't really go shopping. You know, that's kind of a big fun perk at Nashville when you're there in person is you can go shopping, but you do kind of have this fear of leaving your virtual booth unattended in order to go to somebody else's booth.
Right.
So I didn't find I did that. It just, I don't know, there's something about, it feels a little awkward or something. I'm not sure. Maybe not everybody feels that way. But
yeah. Well, I just wonder because Nashville Sunday is kind of traditionally when all the designers go wandering around looking at everybody else's stuff because it slows down enough. Yeah, that you can leave your room. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, Janice has done an awesome job of creating, there's kind of mixers after the show is closed for the day, and you go to these rooms and you do mixers, but you don't tend to talk about shopping with someone when you're in a mixer.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Right.
But Janice has done an awesome job of putting together the expo for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. A different animal from Nashville. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It really is. It was a new experience for shop owners as well. So they had to get used to how it was set up. There was not as much personal interaction last time. I'm hoping shop owners feel braver about coming into our virtual booths this fall.
Yeah.
So there seemed to be some reluctance to do that in the spring.
Yeah. Well, it's all new. Everybody has to kind of find their footing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, you do. I get it. You go into somebody's electronic booth and it's very one-on-one. There's no just kind of looking at things and wandering around, and you actually have to interact. So.
Oh no, not that.
Yeah. Ooh, people.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. All right. Well, Cyndy, thank you. I think we got just 5 minutes here, so appreciate you showing all that and joining us today and fighting through the technology. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And can I just show you one other thing that's available for folks? And I'm going to kind of plug a charity.
That's fine.
And it's the Red Cross National or Red Cross Western Wildfire Fund. Obviously, you know I'm affected by wildfire where I live, and so I have created a PDF download pattern that people can go and get, and it's called "There Shall Be Showers of Blessings." Whoops! I'll
Other way.
get this camera thing. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
There we are.
Cute.
And all the proceeds from the sale of this pattern go to the Red Cross Western Wildfire Fund. And so it's a fun little quick stitch in blues, and but it's a way of blessing people who've lost homes and property because of the fires that we're experiencing out here in the West. So,
Yeah.
Well,
Send
anyway,
me
my
a
little
nice.
plug.
send me a picture of that and a link to
Okay.
contribute, and then
right.
we'll promote it in the shows coming up. Yes, definitely.
Okay, I will do that. I
Yeah.
will do that. Be greatly appreciated.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the least we can do. That's just so ugly out
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of you heard about the town that burned down. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that are going to be needing that, and the Red Cross is usually first. They're first on the scene.
Yep.
So
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Send me information and a photo of that design, and we'll
okay.
make sure it gets some exposure as much as we can. Yes,
Yes.
without a doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that would be
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yep. Happy to help. Whatever we can
Thank
do. Yeah. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
All
Cyndy.
right.
Folks, we're going to
Thank
be.
you.
Gary.
Thank you. We're
And
going to be done
ladies,
here.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks a lot. Folks, up at the top
All right.
now, 15, you can stay right there, Cyndy. We'll
Oh, okay.
just sit tight. Yeah. I'll wrap it up. So folks, up at the top now, remember, 15% off. I'm sure that'll be available at least through the day. Pre-order your Expo charts, and and enjoy the rest of the cross stitch World Cross Stitch Day. Hope everybody had a good afternoon. I know we had fun doing it.
Yes, we did.
Yep. And the only thing that's left hanging is whether Jennifer found that thread. So we'll look.
Not yet.
Okay. Well, so we'll check out
Well-
Wednesday. Wednesday we'll check
and
on
here's
that.
My clothes after.
And one more thing, people, if you can hit the like button, it helps the little algorithm out a little bit.
Yes. Good point. Algorithm. Yes. All right.
My big
Thanks-
word for the afternoon.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks to Kim and Sassy Jacks for supporting us this afternoon. Hit Kim up. Make her busy.
Yes.
SassyJacksStitchery.com, FT15. I'm sure that'll be available throughout the day so you can save some money. Thanks to all the designers. Thank you, Cyndy. And the Red Cross Western Wildfire Fund is what we want to support here. So all of that. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you on Wednesday. So we're out. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.